This podcast is brought to you by Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/mediahole for your 30-day free trial, including one free audiobook. There are over 180,000 audiobooks to choose from, and they are listenable to them on your iPhone, your Android, or your Kindle, or any other MP3 playing device. Once again, that is audibletrial.com/mediahole. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Media Hole Podcast. This is a weekly podcast in which we talk about film and comics and television and anime and video games and all sorts of things. We also like to fuck around frequently.
Yeah, we get very off topic.
With me is my lovely co-host Ian.
Hello.
And I'm Nathan.
Oh.
I
looked up, sometimes just I have Twitter open as a backup, just to throw some shit
I like
out there.
some good Twitter.
The very first one was dark.
Uh-oh.
Thai soldier kills at least 20 people in shooting near mall.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's terrible. Lots of bad things.
But this owl running meme takes flight.
Yeah.
I swear I've seen this. Y'all never seen an owl run? Actually, I have. Have you ever seen that video of that guy who throws the owl in the throws a toy, and you're like, oh shit, what dog is going to show up? And it's just an owl going running at it.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
So straight up, first thing I want to say, just because I know our listener really wanted to know my opinion on the Oscars. And unfortunately, even though the Oscars will have happened the day before this is recorded, or the day before this comes out, rather, the day this is recorded is the day before the Oscars.
Oh.
So we can't react to them until next Monday.
Oh, no, and I was totally going to watch them.
I wasn't either. I was just going to read the results like I do every year.
I was just going to play video games and have Twitter open on the side and go.
Oh, I don't even care enough to do that.
The one film guy I follow is upset that Parasite didn't win because it has subtitles.
Yeah, I mean, I told you that there was a quote from an anonymous Academy member about Little Women where he's like, if I need a scorecard to understand your movie, like it's not very good. That's why it was out right away for Best Picture.
If you're on the Academy and you admit that you're like, oh, I needed help to understand the movie, and the movie's pretty straightforward.
I wonder who it is, because there's a lot of weird people on the Academy. Like Stephen King's in the Academy.
Yeah, but it might not even be it might be some executive producer who gave points to he
might be Zachary Snyder.
Zack Snyder, the man who made the best version of a superhero movie that we'll never be able to see.
Release the Snyder cut of Wonder Woman, 1984.
Before the actual release of the movie.
Exactly.
So then when we actually go see 1984.
Yeah, it's like I know Patty Jenkins wrote and directed it, but we need to watch the version that Snyder edited. But speaking of DC Comics movies, there's a fucking good segue.
I was wondering when you were going to get into that.
Me and Ian just saw Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Unfortunately, we hung out for a couple hours afterwards, so we did talk a lot.
We didn't talk a lot.
We talked before everyone else got here. We talked nonstop about it, and on the drive home.
Yeah, well, that's what the drive home from the movies is for.
It's very reactionary. So there's one thing.
Yeah.
You know the guy who was real creepy.
Black Mask?
No, the dude she got
Zaz?
Bruce from.
Zaz?
The guy she got Bruce from. The hyena.
Yeah.
Did she blow him to get that? Because the scene where she she says, "Come here, Brucey," or whatever, "Come here, boy," and he starts running, and the guy goes, "Oh!" He's doing up his belt, and she's wiping off the side of her mouth.
I didn't catch that.
I hope that I didn't just imagine it. I actually want to imagine it because then my brain is just fucked up, and they didn't put that in the movie.
There's nothing wrong with that. It was.
I don't enjoy it because
cut.
that man was creepy.
I mean, she literally has fucked the Joker.
Yeah, consensually, and not for, you know what? No, that's just gonna put down sex workers. I'm gonna take all this back. Do what you got to do. But if you're a normal woman,
you're talking about such a small detail.
If you're a normal woman, yeah, this whole movie was trash because of this one scene. if you're a normal woman who does not do sexual favors for anything except for your own enjoyment, and a creepy dude is just hey, blow me for this not dog. And then you do it. Probably shouldn't have done it.
I didn't catch that, but then again, it was a very quick cut. So
I was just wired.
that's fair. I was sipping my old fashioned. I was like, "Ooh, I'm having a good time, baby."
Yeah, you got an old fashioned at a comic book movie.
That's just me, and a Beyond Meat burger, baby.
Yeah,
Good shit. I was starving, so
my pizza was okay.
yeah.
It's actually really weird. The crust was like really flimsy,
Oh,
and then the cheese on top was just, it was like eating It was like eating Pizza Hut but on a thin crust.
nice. But anyway, we saw the movie.
It was really good.
I really loved it.
It was
I
great.
love the Birds of Prey comics,
My friend's an idiot. He also saw the movie.
and he hated it.
No, he liked it.
Okay.
His fucking fiance did not.
Oh,
And his fiance is a woman,
yeah.
but she is like hardcore coded to hate things that she believes to be feminist propaganda.
Oh,
Well, I don't know why. She just hates.
but feminist propaganda is good. That's why this movie's good.
This movie's good feminist propaganda, but like, there's the obnoxious shit like that cut in Endgame where they're just like, where it's like, oh yeah,
Well, that's not feminist propaganda. That's like capitalism pandering
Yeah,
to
sorry.
feminist propaganda.
Yeah, so like just. I was actually kind of grown, like the groan was inside of me as soon as someone was like girl power, but it never happened, and that's what makes this a good representation of women together.
I like a good girl power bit. Like I like that stuff, and that's what this is about. But it doesn't need to like shove it. It shoves a lot of things in your face. It's very like almost punk in that way.
Yeah.
This movie, but like it doesn't. Whatever.
You just you've said that like so many times recently. But go on. It's
What
fine.
else did I say was punk recently?
I don't know. There was just a bunch of shit we talked about last week, and then you.
Punks kill cops or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I left all that in, by the way.
Good. So the whole movie is
such
great.
a long episode.
The costume design is great.
I loved the whole thing. The cast is fucking fantastic.
Also, I'm not talking shit on Rosie Perez here.
Yeah.
She looks fine, especially when she gets the fucking bulletproof bustier on.
Yeah.
But like, my buddy, same guy, was like, "Oh yeah, Montoya looked better than Black Canary." I was like, "You're wrong.
You're factually wrong.
Black Canary is the best looking woman in that movie.
Black Canary is the best.
They're not in competition with each other though."
Yeah. Dude, she's incredible. Not only does Jurnee Smollett capture Dinah's character while still like doing her own thing for that universe,
Yeah.
she's also an incredible singer.
Yeah, that was they did. They used her voice.
It's actually her, yeah. Which is cool.
I can't believe she killed all those people with her voice at the end of the movie. That was also real.
Yeah, that was true.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like sort of the R-rated like hardcore action flicks, I haven't seen any of the John Wick, but everybody keeps comparing it to John Wick.
No, who else was?
All over the internet. I said it to you because a bunch of people.
I think it has really good action, but this has a lot more story and monologuing. And
I think in terms of how the action is shot and choreographed is very
John Wick is like,
or Atomic Blonde based on what I've seen.
Sure, Atomic Blonde is just female John Wick.
Yeah. Same director. One of the two directors of the first one.
John Wick is like playing an old Call of Duty, or like fucking like a Grand Theft Auto if the controls were better. Like you just kind of, or Splinter Cell, like just games where you kind of just go around with a pistol and you can just like pew pew pew, and then what happens after that? A man talks for 5 seconds, he dies, and then you go on to the next action scene.
Yeah,
that's at least John Wick 1, because all he is on a path of revenge because a guy snapped his dog's neck and left it next to him.
Nice.
And then in John Wick 2, he has a new dog. That he gets at the end of John Wick 1.
He gets 2 dogs.
Everyone seeing John Wick 2 was like, motherfucker, if you do it to the dog again.
In John Wick 3, he has 3 dogs.
No, he doesn't keep getting dogs. It's just
there was this funny bit on the internet. So like in the premiere of House of Cards, which I know Kevin Spacey sucks.
Whatever, go on. Everyone knows that.
In the first episode, like the first thing that happens is there's a monologue and there's this dog who's been hit by this car and he's gonna die or whatever, and Kevin Spacey, his character, like leans in and breaks the dog's neck so that it doesn't have to like suffer. Yeah, it's really rough. And I saw online there was this like, I think it was a tweet. Yeah, I think there's a tweet and it's like every season of House of Cards he's gonna be breaking more dogs' necks. So it's like season 4, and it's just the season starts with him just fucking going to town on 4 dogs. Just fucking. And I was like, that's such a dark joke, but it's very also cartoony. But yeah, man, Birds of Prey was great though. I liked it a whole lot.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Ian had to make me stop laughing at one of the jokes.
Yeah, no, you were like losing your goddamn mind, and we were like sitting around a bunch of like people who were just there to enjoy. Like there was a couple next to us, and they were just like chilling.
It was funny. I was laughing.
Yeah, but you were. That was too much.
That's
like I saw the X-wing and I clapped.
It was my version of that though.
I saw the Harley Quinn and I clapped.
No, it was it was the so it lists.
I don't even know which joke was it.
Okay, so there's a part where Harley Quinn's being attacked by a bunch of different people, and it says what they have against her.
Oh yeah.
And then it's Black Mask, what he has against her, and it's like
voted for
lists
Bernie.
off a bunch, and then it said voted for Bernie and having a vagina.
Yeah, back to back,
to back.
Yeah, that was
fucking
really funny.
Killed me.
You were, yeah. I was like, Nathan, please.
That just it was 2 jokes in a row that killed me. Like
Yeah.
it was just like oh yeah, Black Mask hates women, which is part of this version of his character.
Do you think the Joker
clearly.
voted for Bernie?
The Joker didn't vote.
Yeah, actually, that would make more sense. Everyone knows.
Harley's a psychiatrist.
You
She
look
voted.
up Harley Quinn on the internet. They're like, "Oh, you mean Harley Quinzel? Her real name?"
Harleen Quinzel.
Yeah, you look up the Joker, and it's like
she probably still has her ID.
Here's a fucking background thing that I kind of saw in the police station.
Yeah.
She looks at a wanted poster,
And she's like, I know that guy.
I know that guy, and the guy looks suspiciously like Jared Leto.
No, it's Captain Boomerang.
Did it?
Yeah.
Man, he kind of look. I thought that was long hair and like the beard, because Captain Boomerang doesn't have long hair.
No, yeah.
It kind of looked like just like Jared Leto's fucking wavy locks. And I was like, oh shit, is they just putting up a picture of like Joker without the face paint on?
No. It was Captain
who's
Boomerang.
this man? Okay.
One thing that Ian missed because he was out of the theater right at the start was it does her backstory in like an animated cartoon.
I had to miss it because I ordered a beer and they are $8, and I am going to go. This is the second time at a VIP theater I have ordered a pint and they did not bring it to me, so I was not letting it go this time.
Yeah, but it was just like a 2D animated intro.
Yeah,
it was pretty fun. But yeah,
maybe I'll just pop in next time I go see a movie. So never.
I'd see it a fucking second time, honestly.
Maybe I would if like the rest of our friends want.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, I wouldn't go by myself.
Oh no, I wouldn't go by myself another time. But definitely, like if one of our friends was like, "Oh, I want to see it," I'd I'll see it again.
If like Chris and Emma were going, I'd be like, "Sure, I'll tag along and just be awkward."
But we could both tag along.
And then I'd fucking text Blake and be like, "Please come." Actually, I think he's back to work now. So
yeah. But yeah, hell yeah, I'd highly recommend it. Fucking great, funny movie.
I didn't see Wonder Woman, so I'm just gonna claim it's the best DC movie in recent years.
I would agree. I think I like it. It has a lot more personality than Wonder Woman, even though Wonder Woman I think has a stronger message about war and story in general, because this is a very McGovern based story. But this movie has so much more character and life and soul in it. Because Wonder Woman is Patty Jenkins, an incredible director, recreating sort of a Zack Snyder director style.
Also, there was a point in the fucking Harley Quinn, when she goes to the police station and infiltrates it.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh yeah, I bet this whole movie's gonna take place at daytime, or else Batman would show up. And then they have a big fucking showdown outside of the pier. I think probably in this universe, Batman doesn't show up if it's tiffs between villains unless he needs to get one of them.
Yeah,
because it's like if you're dragging in innocent civilians, then it's like, all right, I'm here.
I feel like Batman and Joker are just missing. Like, who knows what
maybe
they're
Joker
do
was off doing something else, and Batman had to deal with that. And he's like, I'm not going to deal with petty crime bullshit. I'm going to go deal with the petty
Harley
crime
Quinn.
clown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he sends his son Damien.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this. It's pretty clear. It's like the way it ends is such a. There are going to be 2 different sequels to this movie, and then it's going to be there's a Birds of Prey 2 and a Harley Quinn 2, which is probably going to be Gotham City Sirens.
Birds of Prey, Gotham City Sirens. If that Robert Pattinson Batman movie comes out,
yeah,
and Catwoman shows up, absolutely Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah,
Actually, no. There's a casted Catwoman.
There is. It's Zoe Kravitz, I think.
Who I think they auditioned for the Dark Knight Rises one, and they said you're too urban. You know, Catwoman.
Christopher Nolan, baby.
A woman, a character who was a prostitute and also raised on the streets.
Yep. Selena Kyle.
Well, she needs to have an air of class.
Sometimes she was a prostitute, but sometimes she was like the daughter of a well-off family. It's weird.
I just go with year one.
Yeah, year one's probably
yeah. Also, it's the easiest to judge. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but
the movie. The movie's so good.
It's an hour and a half. If you live in Canada and you can't get the DC streaming service, fucking steal it.
Yeah, I actually have the Blu-ray for year one.
Yeah, I think that's my position on this shit now. If it's illegal for me to use a VPN, to go to, and also I have to pay for a VPN as well. Mm-hmm. Like I've used NordVPN and go fucking say I'm in America so I could watch Hulu for whatever shows are on there, or the DC one, or
especially because the DC one's not cheap,
and that's illegal. And and then I have to fucking pay for the DC thing. And if the DC one was available in Canada, I might buy it for a month.
I'd probably
digest what's on it.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna get Disney Plus for a month when my sister has her surgery.
Almost everything I've seen on the DC service is pretty good.
So yeah, maybe you would get it and I'd steal your password. They're still getting money, but it's not in Canada. So I'm gonna go to fucking watch cartoon online.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Kim cartoon or Kiss cartoon, whatever the fuck it is anymore, because I don't want to get a virus.
Also, those guys suck.
On the anime side. They don't really need translators for all the anime people suck in general.
For me, it's like they make a ton of cash off of and then they pretend that they are hard up.
Sounds like Crunchyroll.
Huh?
Crunchyroll does the same thing.
No, but like Crunchyroll actually has to pay to license things.
They pay. Okay, well, Crunchyroll pays to license things. Kiss Cartoon is just straight up stealing.
A lot of them are stolen from Crunchyroll too. Like, and then they don't.
Okay, but Crunchyroll's thing is also that they don't pay their translators enough.
Yeah, again, and those are people working in the professional industry.
They can't afford it though. But that office that was necessary.
Yeah, I'm not saying Crunchyroll's perfect. I'm saying at least they are giving money to translators.
They're giving them something, not enough.
Not zero.
Yeah.
Right. But what do you want the next topic to be? Do we want to continue down anime street? Because I have a slightly anime thing.
We could.
All right. So I think many of our listener are fans of the Persona series, right?
Yeah.
So I got to play the Japanese exclusive demo for Persona 5 Shibuya Scramble or whatever the fuck. The Musou one, the Dynasty Warriors Persona 5.
P5S, the actual sequel to Persona 5.
Yeah, it's actually... So what I didn't realize, based on what information was out, was that it's actually a true... Like, it's a sequel. It takes place after.
Yeah.
Like, maybe a year or two after. And so Joker comes back to Tokyo. And there's like a calendar system. There's like an open world area where you can kind of walk around. Like, it's way more in-depth than I thought it would be. Because most Musou games I've seen are like, it's a menu, and then you start the battle from the menu, and then you have your big open battle area.
But also, that's kind of what is good about Musous, is they're simple. It's just nothing but a battle simulator.
So this is Persona 5, the action RPG.
Okay. And
so it's got dungeon crawling, it's got like story, it's got character moments, it recreates a lot of the Persona 5 UI. It's really fucking good. Is something happening? You're doing something with your hands.
Nothing important.
Okay.
No, it sounds good. When there's an English demo, I'll play it. I just don't feel like pressing random options and also skipping through all the dialogue because I can't read that.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? Yeah. So I can't tell you if the story's any good. I know, hey, I came back and everybody's like, you're welcome back, Joker. And you asked, oh, can you play as everybody else? In the demo, you can't. But you can upgrade their personas and do certain things. I think you might be able to play as them later in the game.
Because they
introduce a new character with the fucking world's dumbest hair. Have you seen this character?
No.
Okay. So it's a picture of an anime girl with pink hair.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how like
Sakura from Naruto.
side like ponytails that go long?
Yes.
Okay.
Twin tails.
Twin tails. Except the twin tails are detached hearts that act like twin tails, but they're just hearts.
So they're twin tails. They come down. Do they form?
They're just floating and they form twin tails.
That's stupid. Is that a real character? Like, is that her normal looking
She
around?
appears to be a robot, much like one of the characters in P3. So being a robot isn't.
There's two characters in P3 that are robots.
Right.
Yeah.
But much like in P3, that there is characters that are robots. But that one at least had looked like a robot and didn't have stupid hair.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
And also, she was cute.
Yeah, Aegis. Yeah, gotta love Aegis.
That fucking part when they're in the hot springs and she's just lying under the water and everyone's like, it's not exactly how you enjoy it, but you do you.
Yeah, man. But other than that, the game's really fun. The combat's good. I'm definitely gonna get it once it's out here.
When's it come out?
I don't know. It's not even out in Japan yet.
I think it said the 20th.
Yeah, the 20th of February in Japan.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have a date here yet because
Someone fucking said.
because P5 Royal came out in Japan on Halloween.
Someone messaged like Shuhei Yoshida.
Yeah.
And they said like, when does the PS5 come out? And he, I guess he read it as P5S because he just did the screenshot with the February 20th release date.
That's funny.
Yeah. Not even thinking like, why would Shuhei Yoshida fucking message that back?
Maybe this is the person made a typo for PS5, like that wrote P5S. That's funny. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, PS5 is definitely coming out in November.
Yeah, we're just waiting for that price.
Yeah, hopefully it's.
They will. I'm sure the execs at PlayStation right now are just like crossing their.
Well, they
fingers
haven't even
going,
done
like,
their
Microsoft highball it, please.
Well, they haven't even done their like. Microsoft's already done the announcement for the Series X.
Not their price.
No, but like it's pretty clear that PlayStation is just like hanging back, going, "We're going to show off everything soon, but we need Microsoft's price point because we won the last gen by just going $100 cheaper."
Did they? I thought it was the same price.
No, because the Xbox One shipped with Kinect. Kinect 2.
Oh, yeah. The most worthless apparatus ever.
Yep. And then I bought an Xbox One the second they got rid of Kinect.
I bought one. I don't remember why. Halo 5.
Tomb Raider 2 for me.
Gears of War 4.
Oh, you mean Gears of 4?
No, that one was actually called Gears of War 4.
No, it's Gears of 4.
No, it's not, Nathan.
I don't think you can prove that it isn't.
I can't. You can with your phone in your hand.
Anyway, talking about more important things.
Yeah, such as Interspecies Reviewers, a show that literally no one looked at the source material before they gave it the okay. So number one, first thing that I heard about.
You need to explain this to me. I've heard
Interspecies Reviewers is a show about another reviewer I heard call it an isekai.
Yeah.
But it's not an isekai. It's just in a more, instead of it feels like an isekai world, but none of the characters died to get there. So it's just
nobody's
fantasy.
From our world?
No one's from your world, yeah. It's like fucking Don Machi, How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon.
Oh, because that is classified as an isekai.
But it's not, because none of the characters died to get to the world.
Well, you don't have to die to go to the different world. Like Sword Art Online.
No one was summoned. No one was summoned. No one's playing a video game.
Inuyasha is an isekai as well.
Technically, yes. But isekai just means in another world, but now Japan is just being like, no, that just means fantasy.
Yeah, we're calling anything with a video game themed fantasy world an isekai.
So it's about these two dudes who travel around and go to brothels.
All right.
And it's called Interspecies Reviewers because they go and they fuck the ladies and they review them based off of how different they are from human women and all that.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard of.
Hey man, the characters, the ladies that are there want
Ian.
to be there. But it's written by a man. Fuck off.
But also, it can
whatever. That's not the point. Is that it went through.
Is it porn?
I think it's very pornographic, but it's not porn. It's like softcore porn.
I heard that
I have not watched it.
I heard that in Japan. So here's the only thing I heard
because
about it.
Funimation pulled it off their service one episode in.
Yeah, I heard. Was it Funimation or was it? I heard it was the Japanese channel it aired on before the first episode aired.
No, it's Funimation got the rights.
Yeah,
I think one episode came out,
and then they pulled it.
Then Funimation was like, "Oh my god."
See, I heard they
fucked up, and then they pulled it, and then the studio, like the channel that's running it back in Japan, also pulled it,
and they replaced its time slot with
Inuyasha,
Cute Girls Boats Show. There's boats that are cute girls show.
Azure Lane or a Kantai Collection?
Good question. I think it was a new one. I think it was a new one.
So, a brand new one. There's a fucking third one. God damn,
dude. We need to get in. Okay, how about this? Me and you, we're pretty smart. I'd say between the two of us, we have between the two of us, we have the intelligence of one smart person, right?
Maybe.
So what cute girl boat show should we make?
It's only about canoes and kayaks.
Hell yeah, set in Canada, but it's still an anime.
Yeah,
right. Canoes and kayaks.
I searched boat girls. I also have to write anime because I'm getting literal pictures of babes.
Oh, come on down and buy our boat. They got this sexy girls in it.
Yeah, and Kantai Collection sucks.
Yeah. Is it? I feel like
it's not Kantai. I feel like Kantai Collection's from 2014.
I feel like most shows that are like, oh, it's inanimate object, but they're cute girls are inherently bad. I think that's just not a good idea.
Well, here's the thing with Kantai Collection that really sucks. What? It's an ad for a gacha game. Yeah. But also, the anime is based around this one character that the original creator of the game likes.
Yeah, but nobody else does.
She's worthless in the game and everyone hates her. She sucks. She's not even a good character. She's not Shimakaze.
I feel like she's
not Kongo. She's not Naka.
The only other option would be...
My friends are a big fan of this show. That's...
The only other option would be make the main character the most plain, like, no face, like, not character, so that you can project yourself onto him person.
Well, that's the Admiral. The Admiral is his son. In games like Fate, and like there's a guy in Fate that's like that. In Kantai Collection, there's the
Fate
Admiral,
was originally...
There's the producer and Love Live.
Fate was originally pornography?
Yes, I know. It was a doujin.
Yeah.
About fucking Nero. Not from Devil May Cry.
Emperor Nero.
No, it was Saber, which is Lancelot.
Oh, I thought Saber was King Arthur. Or is that the other character?
I don't know, because here's the fucking thing. Is Saber is a type of woman in this series.
Oh.
And then there's Lancer, which is her class. And then there's versions of her based off of kings. Like Nero is Saber. When Nero is like Red Saber, I hope one day someone hears this and goes, he's so wrong.
Good.
King Arthur is a Saber.
That's something that I think is the more wrong you're about proves that you're a better person.
Because I just can't fucking figure it out. I tried to watch it one time. I tried to watch Unlimited Blade Works, which apparently is the really good one. But the first episode
isn't one of them by like Ufotable? The guys who do
I don't know, but all of the shows look really good because they got a lot of fucking money.
I think they're Ufotable.
I think all the characters in the shows are waifus and husbandos. But
I just had a thought.
What?
I think Grand Blue Fantasy Versus comes out soon.
I think in the summer.
Okay. When that comes out, do you want to stream it and we can fight each other on stream?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Nice. See, I got it on. I always make these plans on recording, so that then when Ian can't say no,
I can still say no.
He's like, "Oh fuck, I said yes."
Oh no, it depends on what it is. Like, if I have to be like, "Oh, I'm working," then yeah, no,
obviously, like we'll find a good day to do it. Another thing that happened.
Oh, so actually, it says interspecies reviewers. There's other stations that can play the show.
Okay. But the original TV station.
Yeah, and with there's 4 channels to broadcast it, and a premium channel that broadcasts it uncensored.
Oh my god,
At
it's
Saturday
porn.
at 11. Yeah, it's
porn.
I would say it's like, you ever watch that? You ever see Latin Lovers real late at night?
I was gonna say like Cinemax.
Yeah, well, or I don't know what channel was that? Was that TLC?
That's a Cinemax is like a
no, but like
an American thing.
There was a soap opera that played real late at night at like 2 a.m. on some fucking channel, maybe Omni.
That's a good question that I don't have the answer to.
It was called Latin Lovers, and it was the closest thing you could get to porn when you're fucking like 12 and you don't have a computer in your room.
Oh, when I was 12, see, I was lucky. My school had like a laptop program, so I had to have one. And then, cat's in the bag, baby.
Cool. I went to a public school.
I mean, some public schools have that now.
No, like a lot of them do.
A lot. Dude.
I went to a public school
back in the day,
2000 and 2007.
Yeah. I mean, I went to private school. I'm not proud of it.
Wait, you hated.
I want to be a man of the people.
You were so edgy because you hated everyone at your school.
I did,
but it's because they were the preppy kids who got married at a high school.
Yeah, it's so weird to see somebody who's like, yeah, I have the potential to go to like fucking Harvard or Queens, which is the Canadian version of Harvard.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know, because I'm only familiar with Ontario. There might be like some banger school out west.
I don't know.
Or in Montreal.
I mean, I have people
Quebec.
I have friends who went to Queens and that they're very smart.
Where is Queens? Is that in Toronto?
That's in Toronto somewhere, I think. It's on Ontario.
No.
But yeah, that went there to do science and doctory shit, and I'm like, cool. I was undeclared my first year.
The only people I hear talk shit about like universities in Canada
are people who are lame.
Are the people who go to the universities.
Oh, they talk shit about the one they went.
Yeah,
to.
it's like, yo, I go to fucking York.
You mean me?
Yeah, but you're not the. I knew a couple guys who went to York who were like, oh man, U of T, ooh, garbage. U of T Mississauga campus especially, ooh, gross.
No, I'm like, I went to York, and guess what? Don't go to York. When I was working at the bank, whenever people were like, "Oh, my kid's gonna go to signing up for universities," like, where do you go? And I'm like, "Oh, I go to York, and I would highly recommend going anywhere else."
Go to Brock. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, because I was like,
well, Brock is where apparently, everyone can go to Brock.
I heard that was Western. Maybe.
No, I keep. Well, I'm just like that's just most of the current meme I saw. Because you know how
TikTok.
TikTok's For You page is based
like
off
mostly
of
where your location is.
Yeah, so like you see a lot of people from Ontario, and I saw like this dude making a joke about like types of students that go to this school, but the guy looked like he was 19. So I'm like, you've been to one of these schools, and you're just making jokes about your friends that go to these places.
I grinded to get here,
and they go to York.
Oh yeah. Well,
which is the other one?
Huh?
There's like York, U of T, Ryerson. That's it.
I went to both York and Ryerson. Let me tell you, Ryerson's way better because it's downtown Toronto. So like, that's where all the stuff is.
But then you also have to go to downtown Toronto.
It's Yonge and Dundas. It's so cool though. I told you I'd go to the Silver Snail at the end of the day and buy comic books.
That's cool, but like I would fucking want to die. Like I have to go to school and it's in downtown Toronto.
Well, it's not like York's any better. It's in North York. It'd be like it's the same. It's from here. It's pretty much the same like thing.
Just go to
U
U
can
of T
take
and
the
then
train.
just go to the Mississauga campus.
Yeah, U of T Mississauga. Yeah. That's super close, obviously, because we're in Mississauga.
Yeah,
but
I've drive past it on my way home from work, depending on which road I get off at. And if I take the 401 or the QEW. And now we're two inside of our own place, so let's move on.
Yeah, baby. All right, another anime thing. So as some of you may know, my next video essay is going to be on Perfect Blue, and I did my final rewatch of it, and I finished writing the script, and so that movie's really fucking good, and Ian needs to watch it.
I don't need to watch anything.
It's really good. It's anime.
Well, you piqued my interest.
It's probably the best animated film ever made.
Incorrect.
You haven't seen it.
Dragon Ball Super Broly.
I think you're not. That's not even the best Dragon Ball movie.
No, because Battle of Gods is, but Dragon Ball Super Broly is pretty
I've seen Battle of Gods. It's the only Dragon Ball movie I've seen because you made me watch it. It's
did
sick.
I?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did you forget that?
No, yeah, I did. You should watch One Piece Film Z.
No, you said you should. You said that I should watch Gold.
No, I did not.
No,
because Gold is okay.
I thought.
But
you know what?
Z,
was Gold the one that you showed me the intro to? That was really cool.
Maybe is that the one where they're on?
I don't know.
They're like there's a pilot. They're like
all of One Piece coalesces together into like
That's why you pick
like,
specific
to goof.
things and then you just read the manga.
Yeah. I'm gonna play one of those One Piece Warriors games
Play
so that
4
I know
when
what
it comes
is.
out.
4?
Yeah, 4 looks like it goes pretty deep into the current arc.
All right, because even I tried to watch, like, some guy did this, like, I've compiled One Piece into, like, each season's 13 one-hour episodes, and I'm just like, oh my god.
But then also, it's like he's gonna miss a lot of the details. The best that
it's a bridge to remove, like, most filler and to make it work better, but I think the guy who did it he's not a film editor, because I told you it, like, starts in a weird spot.
And he also might have just considered, like, the fights are important, and then, like, there's a talk that happens in the middle of the fight that sets up, like, character motivation and stuff. And then, like, because, that's how shonen anime works, and he might have just been like, this is not necessary, and it's like...
Well, it's like, it starts on, like, episode 3 when it shows, like, the flashback to, like, the origin story.
To Luffy
almost.
Stabbing himself in the face and eating the fruit.
I don't...
Oh, wait, no, they don't
No,
tell you
no.
about him stabbing himself in the face till much later.
No. It's when the guy was come to visit him, and he was a kid. The pirate man who he was
Yes.
friends with as a boy.
Yeah, Shanks.
So it tells that story with Shanks, and then it cuts to, like, it cuts to, like, 1080p footage from, like, old shitty, like, 480p footage of, like, I think there was, like, an event that happened in a movie that took place during that time too. And so it's like, it just cuts back and forth between this shit, and then it goes into, like, the first episode where he's just in the barrel on the ship doing things. And I'm like, oh, this is really weird.
No, but the way One Piece tells that is a lot better than them just telling you all at the beginning. Like, if you had to go watch through all the shit and learn, like,
that's what I mean.
you
like,
think Luffy is just some random kid who lives in this bar until you get to the Alabasta arc where you meet his older brother, and he's just like, oh, I'm Luffy's brother, and everyone's just like, he never told us he has a brother, let alone Portgas D. Ace, the most dangerous man in the world.
I hate a movie with, or it's anything with a, like, long lost secret
Dom, I don't
brother.
know if you could take him down. That's your brother, John Cena.
My brother John Cena Virgil, baby.
No, it's not a long lost brother sort of thing. It's more just like Luffy doesn't care to talk about his family. Like, you also find out in episode 300, there's a Marine admiral named Monkey D. Garp, and it's Luffy's grandfather.
Jesus.
Luffy's like this character who just wants to be a nobody on the side of the road, but unfortunately, his adopted brother was...
is it like a Naruto situation where it's like he was all alone on the swing, but then we keep establishing more and more people who knew him when he was a kid?
No, it was...
to make it make less and less sense?
No, it was not, because Naruto didn't have friends. It was like more that Naruto should have been set up as a more powerful character. It's just that everything shuts him down. But Luffy's just like... He just withholds information or doesn't feel like it's necessary to tell people. Like, also his dad. Actually, he didn't know this one. Luffy's dad is like the number one enemy. No, that was Ace's dad, actually.
I didn't even know there was a pirate king in that show.
That's the whole point. It's Gold D. Roger, and people kept calling him Gold Roger. He's like, motherfucker, that's not my name.
I thought his name would be Jol E. Roger.
No.
Get it?
The letter D
No, I got it.
is very important in this universe for some reason.
Stands for dick.
That's why. They all have big dicks. Like, there's a character named Trafalgar Law.
Okay, well, you know what? Last
you
time
find
we
out
did a
his
lot of
name-
One Piece talk because of the live action show.
And his name is Trafalgar. His name is like Trafalgar Waddle D. Law.
Oh, man, I love Kirby.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
No, we're still here. No, I'm kidding. We could go on.
I actually I watched a lot of cool shit this week. Midsommar, I watched.
Oh, yeah?
You heard of this film?
I've heard of it, yes. Doesn't mean I watched it.
No, I'm just saying you heard of it.
Is that the one where everything's like really flowery and there's like some dumb shit at the end? Also, there's a bear.
Yes.
You're
not wrong.
I saw someone on Tumblr, like, where she's covered in all the flowers and shit. And someone's like, wow, this looks like such a pleasant movie. What is it? Can I go see it? Because she's also talking about, like, the dialogue is like, oh, found family bullshit, which Tumblr nuts all over. And they're just like, I should go watch this. It sounds like a good time. It's like, oh, it's Midsommar. You should go check it out. And then, like, the person comes back, he's like, that was not what I expected.
It's a really good movie. I was expecting it to be incredibly upsetting, and it wasn't. It's actually brilliant. It's like it's got a really positive message and a happy ending through this, like, kind of horrible thing. It's essentially, it's like The story is Florence Pugh plays Danny. She's a young girl. She's clearly struggling with some kind of mental disorder like depression and anxiety, things like that. And she's got this boyfriend who wants to break up with her. And then when in some tragic situation her parents and sister die, the guy decides, I'm not going to be an asshole and break up with her. And so they're in this like kind of toxic relationship where she wants somebody who can empathize with her, and he doesn't want to look like an asshole and break up with her even though he doesn't want to be with her anymore. And then they go on this trip to this place with this cult, and bad shit happens. And you know, it's a breakup movie at its core. And it's beautiful.
There's like something really cutting that I heard from someone that I may or may not know, where they went and saw it with one of their friends, and they did not get that whole message about abusive relationships and shit. And it's like, yeah, of course you didn't get it, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was
not good.
The guy's just dumb. Like,
okay. But yeah, it's a great movie. You should check it out. It's on Prime. That's where I watched it.
Are you talking to me or just to the void?
I mean both.
Well, one of those people listen to it, watch the movie.
Hey, you could watch it. You've seen movies before.
I don't like scary movies.
It's not that scary, dude.
I'm scared of everything.
It's not that scary.
I got real scared when in Harley Quinn when the women showed up and the tits went out to here. I can't believe I watched a movie called Birds of Prey. Birds is a synonym that I use for the women.
Well, I think
they didn't have boobies. I call them boys now. It was the Boys of Prey.
People are so weird about that movie, honestly.
People are stupid.
Yeah, people are dumb.
Just because
especially comic book fans.
You got Dinah Lance looking fine. Just because everyone else is in fucking supermodel doesn't mean.
Well, they're all gorge.
But they're not like in they don't have that male gaze outfit on.
But it's still like a sexy outfit. It's not like it's like a plain Jane outfit. Like she's wearing an attractive, all of them have like midriff exposed outfits.
But what if your fetish isn't midriff?
Well then, you shouldn't be going to the
Learn
movie
some
looking
class.
for fetish.
Learn a taste.
Yeah, like I like some good midriff, my dude.
Yeah.
It's good enough for me. I didn't come to the movie to, yak off. I came to the movie to fucking watch a cool movie.
You didn't yak off at the movie?
I did, but because of how good it was.
Okay.
Not because of sex.
Gross. Whatever. Nasty.
Yeah.
I can't believe you, pervert.
But
garbage man.
Yeah, so Midsommar's great. I would highly recommend it to anybody. And talking about another A24 film, I also watched Uncut Gems this week. Do you?
I forgot to watch it.
That's okay.
It was like, oh man, I should go and do this, and then
it's on Netflix.
I just played Monster Hunter all week.
That's fine. Okay, so Uncut Gems takes what Joker sets out to do and does it a million times better. Because Todd Phillips and Joker is like, nobody makes this sort of like morally gray kind of bad person protagonist movie, classic Martin Scorsese style film anymore. You just can't.
Also, the Joker isn't morally gray.
Yeah, I think at its core, it's kind of a stupid thing to do.
The Joker only does evil things because he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
Like there was one fucking...
And because it's fun. Like he likes it.
Like there was that fucking scene.
Also, the Joker's supposed to be funny.
Or comic where like some guy, there's like some comic book page where the Joker's like about to kill, like he kills someone. Yeah. And the guy's like, oh, please don't shoot me. He's like, why would I kill you? It's not funny.
Yeah.
And then he kills him anyways. Like now it's funny.
It's a good bit.
Yeah.
But Uncut Gems tells the story about
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Howard Ratner
reminding everyone that he does know how to act. He just makes bad movies for free vacations and free money.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he even did like that Merowitz story movie with Noah Baumbach, or Baumbach, however you're supposed to say that. The Merowitz story, new and selected. It's by the director of. It's on Netflix. Anyway, but Uncut Gems tells the story of Howard Ratner. He owns a jewelry store and he excuse me, he has
It's
a horrible.
incredibly offensive to the Jewish community.
It's written and directed by Jewish people.
And also the actor that they are referring to is also Jewish.
Yeah.
But hey, that's offensive.
Yep.
And we want to be the victim.
And so anyway, he has this horrible gambling addiction, and it just rules his life. And it's so interesting because it's not like it doesn't try to be a cautionary tale. It's like, no, it's just that's how this character is, and you're supposed to like him and not like him because he's like this piece of shit, and he's also like a person still whom you want to not have horrible things happen to, in a sense.
He's the character of the movie.
He's the main character.
Yeah.
And so you've got this great cast and this story about him. He gets this uncut opal, right? And he's got all these debts and he needs to pay them off, and all these people are coming after him, and he wants to sell these things, and just nothing goes his way. And his like need to gamble and like put things on the line is what's driving him.
Yeah.
It's like inherently, like if he didn't have the stress, he wouldn't be doing anything. Like he needs the stress of everything being on the line in order to function, essentially. And so it's a really fascinating look at this, and it's tense, it's a thriller, it's fun, but it's the entire movie is an anxiety attack. It's like over the course of the movie, you just feel it in your gut, just building and building the entire time.
Isn't that just what the Safdie brothers do?
Yeah.
They like to
They
make...
also did Good Time.
Yeah.
Did you watch that one?
No.
I didn't either. I heard it's really good. It's Robert Pattinson.
Once again, I do not form my own opinions of movies. Yeah. Other people do it for me, and then I just pigeon them.
Parrot.
No. They're lower. They're less. They're shittier.
Because pigeons don't repeat things.
Yeah, they just coo.
They just make noise.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just making noise with things I heard.
But yeah, that one, I mean, just watch more movies. But definitely, if you were already interested in Uncut Gems, you should watch it.
Maybe if more movies were interesting.
There's so many interesting
Why?
ones.
They're not as interesting as Captain America.
I actually like Captain America. All three of those movies are pretty good.
Yeah.
But none of them are as good as Uncut Gems. And I don't think that's a controversial statement to make. Who knows?
Who knows?
Ian can't say anything.
Yeah, I can't because I just don't watch movies.
Yeah, and this is one that you have watched, my next one.
Oh, fuck.
I watched Vice because you said it was good.
Oh, yeah. How'd you feel?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't love it.
All right, fuck you then. I'm out.
I've
Podcast
seen
over.
No. So Vice is really interesting because you said you didn't see The Big Short, which is the Adam McKay's last movie.
No.
And so I think The Big Short is funnier and better because Vice's humor, like The Big Short had another screenwriter, whereas this
also,
one didn't.
The Big Short is a story that has been told, and all of Vice is them having to make guesses.
Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of research for both movies, but The Big Short, what's interesting is the financial crisis is something that affected pretty much everybody, right? Like the 2007 to 2008 financial crisis.
Yeah.
And so it comes at this big story from a small point of view. It says the thing that we're talking about is the financial crisis, and we're seeing it through the lens of all these investment bankers who made bank by betting against America, right? And so it's still a bunch of horrible people, but it's like it's fun and it's interesting and it's silly and it's a story that can be told with humor that still lets you know, hey, these guys aren't great people, but we can have some fun here. And I think Vice focuses, it's just on his life. It doesn't really take a point of view. I think if it was more about just when he was vice president, I think that'd be more interesting because you could talk about, okay, this is the Iraq War through Dick Cheney's
But it tells
view.
the entire story and how he leads up to being the person he is.
Exactly.
Which
and
is a Republican who really didn't actually have any political leanings. He just liked the way Donald Rumsfeld ran shit.
Yeah, and it was like, he had this like...
And then there's the part later on where he grows beyond Donald Rumsfeld.
And he fucks him over.
He fucks him over, but also when he calls them in, Donald Rumsfeld does the whole like, he says some shit that's pretty offensive to him.
Yeah.
And Dick Cheney's just sitting there going like,
Yeah, because and it's like it's a picture of Dick Cheney as this conniving person, and I think the humor is very juvenile a lot of the time. Like it's very broad humor. Like there is the joke. There is one joke that like blasted me because of my demo, which is when he's like, "Oh, Dick Cheney was Galactus, devourer of worlds," and that's my shit. But like it does swing its humor very broad. Like there's the bit where he's like, "Oh, if we should put wigs on our dicks and wave them around and stuff."
I think that's just them being foul. I don't think that's trying to be them.
No,
particularly funny, and also tell you what kind of men you're dealing with.
It's like
a bunch of children in man suits.
Well, no, it's the idea is the Adam McKay is like. The point I'm trying to make is that Dick Cheney can say something stupid, but he says it in a way that makes everybody believe it.
Yeah, I forgot about that scene.
And so then that's when that's what he chooses to have him say, because he's like, let's get a laugh here.
I think it was just trying to be like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So let's have him say something absolutely foul that's like, no one would ever say this and be able to sell it.
Yeah.
But he wanted to use hyperbole.
I know. I get what he's trying to do. Like, I understand that Adam McKay, he's like, I did these Anchorman films and these Will Ferrell broad comedies, and I want to do political films now. Like with Big Short and this.
My mom was back on talking about Anchorman. She watched it again recently.
Yeah.
And man, Anchorman 1, really funny movie. Really good time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anchorman 2, absolute trash.
Both directed and written by the same guy.
I know, but it's just the whole thing with Anchorman 2 of him being like, oh, now he's going to go work at CNN, and he's going to be, be just kind of a mildly racist old white guy, and his marriage is going to fall apart for no reason again. Like,
it's just
instead of it being a bear that Baxter saves him from, it's a shark that I think Baxter saves him from again. Like,
yeah, I just don't think the world needed a second one.
yeah, exactly. And also not that quotable of a movie.
Yeah, compared to the first.
Yeah.
And I've only seen like half of the first Anchorman.
60% of the time it works every time. I don't think that math is correct. My mom was trying to find this one clip but she can't find it because it's one of those scenes where it's like not a quotable one. It's not a well that escalated quickly sort of thing or I love lamp. It's they're at a party and he just says, "We've been going to the same party for 15 years and that is in no way depressing." And like she loves that because that's her and her friends. Like
whole thing.
Yeah, because they've been friends for like a long time, and they just go over to one of their houses and just drink wine. That's all. So she was like, "That I love that. That's funny because it involved. I can relate to it. #relatable.
#relatable.
Yeah, and also she argued with me about the fucking 60% of the time works every time.
I mean, it just means it works 60% of the time.
Well, it was. She argued with me about who said it.
Oh, it's Paul Rudd, isn't it?
It's Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I know that, and I've only seen maybe half of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Vice, I'd still recommend it. It just like the makeup's really good.
I don't think
Amy Adams is great.
I don't really
Christian Bale's great.
look at it. I didn't really like what I like about it is not the comedy aspect of it.
It's just like
the way the story is told. Like I like the Iraq war veteran that they don't tell you who he is the entire time. And he's just telling the story.
Then he gets hit by the car.
He leads up to this whole thing about Dick Cheney. He's on the hospital bed. He's dying. He's like a fucking 80-year-old man. He deserves to die as well.
He's like, I have no regrets. And then he gets hit by the car while he's telling the story.
And he's like jogging, and then it's just like, oh, it scared me. As a guy backs out way too fast, hits the dude, falls over, head hits the ground, dead. And then a bunch of people come out, ambulance comes, pan over, and he's just standing there, and he goes like, and one unlucky son of a bitch gave his heart to him.
No, he's the corpse with the scarring, and he's all white, and he's still talking. And he's like, when Dick Cheney got the new heart, he didn't like to think of it as someone else's. He liked to think of it as his heart. And I know I'm dead, but that still made me feel like shit.
And also, they like set him up as this character the whole time.
Yeah.
Where like everything Dick Cheney has done in his career
has an effect on him.
Yeah, like he was a war veteran, and then he's
Iraq,
like
Afghanistan.
when he's like raising, like the part where he's like playing with his kid, his house kind of looks like shit. Like the dude clearly he did all this shit for his country.
Yeah.
And he got fucked over.
Yeah.
And Dick Cheney gets to live. And then also he ruined... I thought up until the end of the movie, Dick Cheney seemed like a pretty good dad to his family. Like he didn't want to... When he was running with Bush, he was like, I
He's
can't
like,
go out
I know
during
you're
the
going to have
anti-gay
to
stuff.
say the anti-gay stuff, but I'm not going to say it.
He's like, I don't even want to be there because I will not answer the questions. Like, it was like all political shit, but he's like, he didn't want to throw his daughter out.
Yep.
Like, I thought he looked like, and when his daughter comes out, gives her the hand on the shoulder and he says, me and your mother love you, whatever.
Yeah.
But then the end of the movie, he gets that heart and it's like asshole mode.
Yeah.
And he tells his eldest daughter to say, gays
her
are
under
wrong
the bus.
and your sister's a fucking loser.
Yeah. It's rough. And then, of course, that daughter went on Fox and said that the movie's terrible.
Which one?
Which one do you think?
The gay one? Meghan McCain.
The not gay one.
The
one that's still
Meghan
a senator,
McCain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know
is
the
she a
name of the
senator
other
or
one,
something?
but the
I
other
don't know
one's
either.
Meghan McCain.
I think the other one's Mary. She's
yeah,
played by
maybe.
Alison Pill.
I think it is Mary.
Alison Pill in the movie, who you may remember as Kim Pine from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. The not tall one, apparently. That was a fucking wild ride. Seeing at the end, back to Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Two things. I literally, the credits were rolling through, and it said Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress, and I was like, oh shit.
You didn't realize that was her either?
No, I did not. And I didn't say that one out loud. And then it says Ewan McGregor as Roman whatever.
As Black Mask.
Yeah, Black Mask. And I'm just sitting there and I was like, oh.
I was like,
because one, it's the American accent.
Yeah.
That fucked me up. And then it was also the no beard. When I think of Ewan McGregor,
you think of the beard.
I think of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
See, I've seen more Ewan McGregor things than you, because I've seen like I Love You, Philip Morris, for example, where he's an American and he has no beard.
I wanted to watch fucking that Christopher Columbus movie.
What?
No, shit. Christopher...
Which? Huh?
Winnie the Pooh's friend.
Oh, Christopher Robin.
There we go. I was very off, but
I wanted to see that too. When I watched the trailer, it made me start tearing up.
Yeah, because I love Winnie the Pooh. He's such a good girl, boy. I don't know what he is
He's
anymore.
a boy.
I think I remember a long
was
time
always
ago
a boy.
someone was like, it's a girl, but
I think that's just because they think of Winnie as a girl's name.
it is kind of a girl's name. But
I mean, but it's not necessarily.
yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh. It's a good ass. I want to watch Paddington as well, even though I have no connection to that because everyone says that movie's great.
I've heard, both those movies are good.
Yeah.
There's a new Peter Rabbit movie. There was the first one.
Does it star fucking
It's
Russell
James
Brand
Corden.
still? Oh.
No, it was James
Which one was
Corden
the
both
one that had
times.
Russell Brand?
You're thinking of Hop,
Hop.
which is the one that's just the Sonic movie again, because it's also James Marsden as the adult.
Yeah, James Marsden just has to keep hanging out with fucking small fake animals.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, Sonic comes out.
I was actually thinking
We're both single.
I was thinking of going on like the various dating apps and just like messaging every girl I ever matched with who hasn't unmatched me and go like, "Hey, you got plans for Valentine's Day? You want to go see Sonic the Hedgehog? Like, dress up real nice."
Yo, like wear like a suit.
Yeah, like I'll show
That'd
up.
be funny.
I can't wear my suit yet
Oh,
because it's for my sister's wedding.
I mean, you can wear it.
I can
twice.
wear it, but then I don't want to pay to dry clean it if I
You
drop.
don't have to
something on
dry
myself.
clean it.
If I
Oh, yeah,
drop
if you
something
drop
on
something.
myself.
I was gonna say, like, you don't have to dry clean it. You can wear it twice without, cleaning it. It's
Yeah.
a suit.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna be a fucking mess at that wedding. I don't want to go to it. So.
But yeah, man, I'm hyped for that terrible looking Sonic film.
I don't think it. I think it used to look bad. I think it looks fine now.
I mean, it's probably it's not like they fixed the script.
Oh
with
no,
the new-
yeah, I'm not. But you said looking, so I'm thinking
Oh,
purely.
sorry,
design.
I meant-
I think I like Jim Carrey as Robotnik.
I do. Yep.
Remember, he's not Dr. Eggman until he gets bald.
Yeah. Well, Eggman's supposed to be Robotnik's son.
No,
No.
Dr. Robotnik is Eggman.
Okay.
But he's not. But it's Eggman is a nickname that Sonic comes up with for him because he calls him Egghead because he's bald, but he's also because his whole body's shaped like an egg.
Yeah.
But obviously they can't make Jim Carrey look like a fucking egg,
Yeah.
unless they go like here's a suit that I have to wear to pilot this weird robot that is powered by animals.
And it's an egg-shaped robot.
Or the suit makes him look like an egg and it kind of looks like the classic Eggman suit.
Eggman.
But I think it's just going to be he loses his hair and he has like
Dr.
an egg-shaped
Robotnik.
head. Yeah, his name's Dr. Robotnik. His nickname is Eggman.
First name Ivo.
Yes. His grandfather was when they first said Dr. Robotnik was his grandfather, but now it's just Dr. Robotnik is Eggman.
Yeah, they changed. I know they changed it to Eggman. It's funny though because they keep calling things. He keeps personally calling things egg things.
Because I think he's just trying to take it back.
Because it's like the death egg from whichever Sonic Adventure it is.
2?
Is it 2?
Also, he didn't create that though. His grandfather created that.
But it's still an egg Death Star.
That will fire his super laser piss.
My super laser piss.
Just recently on my Discord, they've been streaming Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Like a lot because one of them knows speedrun strats and has been practicing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I streamed a bit of Tony Hawk's Underground 2 last night.
Oh.
But I was drunk. So it was very hard to play. And also I forgot all the routing in that game.
Oh,
But
really?
I remember how to skip things. There's a fun glitch you can. You played Underground 2, right?
Of course I played Thug 2.
You know how you get
World
that
Destruction Tour, baby?
You know how you get that text from Tony that says "Let's go now"?
Yep.
In 3 of the levels, Australia, New Orleans, and Skatopia.
Yeah.
If you do a mission and like you do you at 475 out of 500.
Yeah.
You're standing next to Tony or Bam or whatever. Tony or Phil.
Yeah.
And then Bam for the last one. You do that, you finish, you talk to Tony to leave, and then you start the Equalizer or the Embarrassed Nigel Beaverhausen mission, and you fucking you get a text that says "Let's go now," and you just get to leave. So that's fun.
That's good. The problem with speedrunning Tony Hawk games is I usually like most of the missions, so I want to...
Here's the thing, I don't.
Yeah.
There's tons that I fucking hate.
Again, the one that
Pretty much all of Berlin sucks.
Oh, yeah. Thug 2 isn't the best Tony Hawk game. It's Thug 1, in my opinion.
Thug 2, I think, has the best gameplay and best locales.
I think, in my fave, in terms of everything, like missions, American Wasteland, or Thug 1.
Yeah, because Thug 1 did
in terms of missions, locations, gameplay, etc.
Thug 1 did a really well of meshing together vert and street stuff, and
having surprisingly good story.
Yeah, well, for a fucking
sports game.
Yeah,
like it's pretty good. It's
Skate,
like
the Skate series was the downfall of the Tony Hawk games.
Yeah, because the problem was like Skate.
Actually,
went
I don't know
for
who
more
came
realism.
out. Did Skate come out first, or did Proving Ground come out first?
Well, the problem is like Tony Hawk Project 8 came out a year before the first Skate, and then I think Proving Ground came out.
Because Proving Ground sucks.
Yeah, and it's trying to rip off Skate.
I don't think so.
Because it focuses on the nail the trick and then nail the
and
grab.
also like flicking the sticks to like determine which way your feet move while you're doing it. If you do them in the right directions and shit.
It's very much a Skate, and it has like the same visual aesthetic as Skate 1, where it's like all kind of grayish.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Yeah,
at least you can get off your board and fucking Proving Ground.
Yeah, but in Skate 2 you can get off your board.
Yeah,
Skate 2
was the best one.
Yeah, Skate 3 would have been the best one because I like how like Skate 3 kind of goes ham. But like the problem is, it's not a consistent open world. It's 3 hubs.
Proving Ground and Skate came out in the same year, so I doubt.
Then it wasn't a ripoff.
Yeah, it's just
they both happened upon the same concept.
Yeah, except Skate does it better.
Yeah,
but once sports games become simulation games, garbage.
Yeah, but
not fun anymore.
But Skate is more simulation-y, but it's still
saying.
really good.
But then Skate 2 was great because it was super simulation, but we had options. We could go play Tony Hawk and get the wacky zany
arcadey
bullshit,
shit.
Or we could fucking play
Skate for the more realistic shit.
Yeah, the stuff where like even if you do a max powered ollie, it's like the base ollie
in Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
and I love both games, honestly. Like both franchises, rather. It sucks because Tony Hawk had the worst ending.
Because it was beaten to death. Skate went out high.
Yeah, Skate 1, Skate 2, Skate 3 was Skate. And then like Tony Hawk, it was like Proving Ground and then Ride and then Shred.
It's crazy that's an EA game that wasn't burnt, fucking ran into the ground.
Yeah.
Like, or it wasn't ripped off in other aspects. Like they didn't...
Skate, you mean it was EA? Yeah.
Well, yeah, Skate 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Great.
And then they closed Black Box Studios.
Yeah, and then they didn't even try and pawn it off at another developer.
Nope.
But like every other one of their things, it's like, hey, just keep throwing them out.
Yeah,
keep going.
Yeah, so
We
they
just
did,
need to keep that Star Wars IP because that generates money itself.
because there was like Ride, then Shred, then Pro Skater HD, which was like
Which was
kind
a
of
remake of Tony
1
Hawk
and
1.
2.
Mostly 1.
It was 1 and 2, but it was not good.
And then they did
Then they did Pro Skater 5.
No, they had they had a pack for original Pro Skater. It was Pro Skater HD 1.5.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sequel, it was the same game, but you got a bunch of Pro Skater 3 levels, and then in those levels you could revert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Pro Skater 5, which the less said about the better.
And it was garbage, it was janky, it was in the Unreal Engine, and nothing worked.
It's online just broken.
Yeah.
It's physics wrong.
It felt like fucking Jackass for the PS2 and PSP physics level.
Yeah, like it just none of it was good.
Yeah.
It was just not right.
Once they started trying to do like realistic ragdolls like Skate had, like you know your character, like you could like pose them in the air and go like, whoa. Not realistic. Cartoony ragdolls.
Yeah.
Because it was a mini game in Skate.
Yeah, and then Skate 3 like made it huge.
Yeah. There's a bunch of different fail animation, like falling animations in like Underground 2 and shit. Then I know that went forward.
Oh, and the freak out match.
I hate it because it actually makes it slower for you to get back up.
Well, you can just press square to just get back up immediately.
I had to go back and play it.
It's like no.
Maybe.
No, that's you press square to get back up right away.
Yeah.
Or you can mash triangle to get those extra points.
But the extra points aren't worth it.
If you get to the top, it's like 5,000 POs.
Yeah, but that's still not like I can, in the amount of time that I have to watch the animation and then getting back on the board, and also you can't really combo into it very quickly unless you fell in like the best place possible. Mm-hmm. You either have to start manualing or grinding, and then you can't really do any aerial stuff. You could just do it, like get back up.
That's another thing I kind of liked about Skate.
Thing.
Like combos you didn't have to string together exactly moves. Like you had time in between moves to do tricks.
It wasn't going up and then just mashing, like spinning the stick around and mashing the two buttons.
Yeah, it's like there's a timer running down.
One Skate was Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk is Devil May Cry.
Yeah, arcade.
They're both good.
It's arcade versus simulation. Yeah.
They're both good in their own right. But just sometimes one of those is a lot more fun.
Sometimes one slaps harder.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are.
Except Devil May Cry hasn't. If we never got DMC5, then it would be extra good.
Yeah, it would be exact. Because Tony Hawk ended on the worst.
If Tony Hawk, because I hear rumors all the time.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk is back working with someone to make a game again.
Yeah.
If that game comes out and it is the DMC5 of Tony Hawk, then
that'd be great.
Because the last one was each other.
The last one is this paid mobile game that is not good, and I bought it because I was like, "What has Tony Hawk been working on?" And it's like, "Oh, he made a new one with a new publisher and a new studio."
You just get Ollie Ollie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not Ollie Ollie. It's 3D.
But I mean, like, you could just get Ollie Ollie if you want to play a good skate game on your phone.
Yeah, I have Ollie Ollie on Switch.
Like fucking, remember that fucking game where it's just the board on
your
phone?
Touch Grind?
Yeah, Touch Grind.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so fuck Tony Hawk.
Fuck Tony Hawk.
You know what I've been playing recently?
What have you been playing recently?
The Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on your Steam.
I like the story of that game. I
Yeah.
fucking hate the gameplay.
Really?
I think the combat is...
You need to play it on a low difficulty.
I think I'm already only on, like, normal difficulty.
I put it down to easy because
I think I'm just going to play it on easy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
I was playing it on normal, and I'm like, why am I getting killed by regular enemies? This is not that kind of game.
I'm not there, but I am getting hit a lot, and I just don't think the parry system works very well.
It's rough. They said they wanted it to be like Dark Souls.
But then the dodging, you get no iframes. You get hit through dodges all the time. I fucking hate that when people are like, it's like Dark Souls, but they don't have a parry mechanic. The block is shit, and dodging is like not like no iframes. That's not Dark Souls. Then you're just letting me get hit by nothing.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Like fucking Monster Hunter has a good block.
I haven't played Witcher 3 in like almost a month. Like it's been 3 weeks because I'm in Skellige, and even though Blake's like, oh, Skellige's tight, I like it. I'm like, it's a gray, rainy island. Fuck this.
Yeah,
I hate it.
You fuck the side quests. You just run through.
But I love the side quests. They're so well written. They're better written than the main story.
Yeah, where I am, I'm not that far. I just hooked up with the Baron.
Oh.
Like, I literally just met him. He's like, go find my wife and daughter. And I'm like, ooh, someone already spoiled this quest line for me. I know what I'm choosing.
Well, if you looked around the If you looked around the room, right, you'd already know when he takes you up to the room.
Really? You just walk into the room on the right?
No,
I think I just talked to him like
him and his daughter, the daughter and the wife and Baron's bedrooms. If you investigate both rooms, it's pretty clear.
I did. I literally talked to him. He gave me the mission, and then I saved the game and turned it off.
Oh, okay. So then you're probably going to investigate the rooms next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Investigate both rooms. It'll stop looking at the daughter's room, but go to the daughter's room.
Okay. Cool series.
Hell yeah.
Cyberpunk. They make a pretty game.
It's going to be good, probably.
Oh, I said Cyberpunk. CD Projekt Red.
Yep.
They make a good game.
They sure do.
But I think that combat system is garbo, and combat systems are pretty important to me in video games as I more lean towards gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not terrible. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's like it's
just
when I hear the words action RPG, I just go, okay.
Devil May Cry.
No, because Devil May Cry is not an action RPG. It's just an action game, right?
But Nathan, there's upgradable skills.
Oh yeah, that makes an RPG. No, but I'm talking like things like, Nier and Drakengard, or like fucking Dynasty Warriors. Like, those games don't have the best combat systems, but they are what?
Say that last one again.
Dynasty Warriors?
Dynasty Warriors?
It's the same thing.
Whatever.
You can pronounce the word either way.
Man, it's just like when people try and pronounce my favorite Pokemon's name, Charizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Blastus.
Blastus. I gotta look up more.
Yeah. Or obviously Venusaur.
Fuck off with that one. You're just changing how the word is spelt now.
Yeah. Continue.
I don't really got anything.
All right.
You got news?
No.
Damn, slow news week.
Oh, wait, I do. Hold on. Here's some good news. The wonderful one-on-one, baby.
Oh, yeah.
We predicted it last week.
Give fucking Platinum Games like $1 million so we can all get unblocked on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
If you think you're not blocked on Twitter, guess what? You are.
Hell yeah. But yeah, seriously, like, Wonderful 101 has a Kickstarter. It's going to be on PS4, Steam, and Switch. Like, we need to make them stretch goals, baby. I want to see what extra DLC we can get into that game. Because, like, one of the things they said was going to be a 2D side-scrolling DLC adventure, which is sick. Remixed soundtrack is going to be cool because they said they've got somebody line up to do the remixes that's exciting and secret. And so I'm like, I want to see who that is. Imagine they get somebody who's like a really great music person. I don't know, Toby Fox. Sure. Or like
Yoshi P.
I was going to say, who's the guy who did the Jet Set Radio soundtrack?
It's not Nujabes. No, it was not Nujabes. He's dead.
No. That's not, it's not him. It's somebody else. I forget. But, him or like, there's so many great music people. The fucking
Hideki
Naganuma. Even, what's the name of the lady who does the Kingdom Hearts ones and The World Ends With You?
I don't know, but
I don't know her name either. I think her name's Yoko something. Yoko Shimomura, maybe? That name just popped in my head.
That sounds right.
That would be a great pick. Just get great people on there.
Ooh, Jet Set Radio guy.
Yeah.
Oh, also known as Skank Funk, which I'm going to remember
Hell
that
yeah.
now. DJ Skank Funk.
That's dope.
He has a song in Yakuza 5.
Yeah, he does.
Coming out soon. Apparently, on
February 11th.
Apparently,
Tuesday.
For some motherfuckers, it's already out.
Yeah, in Japan.
Why would it come out early in Japan?
All the remastered games did.
Oh no, like a guy, like a Western.
Oh,
he
maybe.
said he was like talking about streaming it. I'm like, you fucking dickhead.
Maybe he got a review code.
Sure. I hate him still. Just give me the fucking game.
Yeah, I mean, Yakuza 5 is one of the best ones. Yeah. For sure.
I was playing a
There's an entire rhythm game section.
I was playing Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And we were fighting a monster, and I had to go. It was yesterday, right before I had to leave to come pick you up to go see the movie.
Yep.
And my friend was he joined. He was not playing. We have a specific Discord for when we play, like a channel when we play Monster Hunter, because we need to communicate. It is a team-based game. So he joins. He's not playing.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in fucking 6 months. So he joins because he wants to talk to us, and it's like, man, fuck off. We're not here for that right now. And he's trying to say Yakuza stuff.
Yeah.
He's just like, Yakuza 5 is the first game where you get to play as Haruka. And I was like, that's fucking wrong, but also shut the fuck up. I'm trying to play game.
That's not wrong.
I swear it is. There's like a section where you can like walk as Haruka in the older one.
No, it's in 5.
I'm still going to just claim that you can't.
No, it's 5 that you play as her. And her section is just a rhythm game. You don't fight anybody.
Yeah.
She shares her chapter with one of the characters from Yakuza 4. Because it's like,
Hanamura.
Nope.
No, he's gone
not back.
forever. Cool one.
Akiyama, baby.
Akiyama. Is it Akiyama?
Yeah.
Do you have to play as the other guy again? What's his name?
Taiga?
Taiga.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Taiga.
He's great.
I hate his fucking fighting style.
I love it.
It's a shittier form of Beast from Yakuza 0.
I think it's better. I think it's better than Beast. Because it's got charge attacks.
So does Beast.
But it's not the same. I prefer Taiga Saejima. He's my fave. He's also just got a good character, and it's like his backstory is great. Those guns weren't real.
That was so dumb.
That was so dumb.
Yeah.
I told you that months ago. I was like, there's a reveal in Yakuza 4. Or no, a year ago. I said, there's a reveal in Yakuza 4 where it turns out a main character who you think has done many murders was actually never did those murders.
It's the villain from Judgment. He actually hasn't killed anyone or gouged out their eyes. They were just asleep.
They were just asleep the whole time.
Yeah, their eyes just turned black for fun. God, I love that reveal in Judgment. Every single time I think about it, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Some good shit in that game.
Yeah.
What else do you got, Ian?
I don't have much this week.
Okay. Oh, I do have one more, and this is from the other night. And then I think I'll talk about our fun time that we had last night too.
Oh yeah, that was rough.
But have you ever heard of the game Night Call? It's on Xbox Game Pass for PC
No, I have not.
and maybe Xbox One. I'm not sure.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm not playing it on there, obviously.
Night Call is a really cool indie game that I played like midway through last year, and then I played my second playthrough because essentially here's the story. You're in Paris, France.
Yeah.
You're a cab driver. You're an Arab man who's like maybe middle-aged. Okay? You are attacked by a serial killer, but you survive. And the cops are going to, since you're the only person who's ever survived, the cops say, you either have to solve the crime for us or we're going to take you away. And you have 6 days.
That's dumb.
And so it's just a conversation game where you pick up people in your cab and try to get info from them. And some of those people are suspects. And then by the end, you have to pick somebody and see if you're right. So there are 3 different story modes of serial killers. So it's like one's the judge, the other's the angel of death, the third is, I want to say, the Sandman. And so it's like essentially you pull from the same list of characters, but certain things are different on each playthrough. And who the killer is randomized of 5 choices.
Okay.
Each time you play it. So it's like for the Sandman one, it's a different 5 maybe from the Angel of Death one. But
feels like a game you can only play like a couple times.
yeah, there are 3 distinct storylines, and then each one has 5 options plus like there are different endings.
Yeah.
So it's really neat. I've only played 2. I've done 2 full ones. So each playthrough is about 3 hours long, maybe less, maybe 2. But it's a really fun game, and again on Game Pass it's like free, so fuck it. Like,
It's not free. You have to pay to have Game Pass.
yeah, you have to pay to have Netflix, but you'd still say you can watch Uncut Gems for free.
Actually, I wouldn't because it's on Netflix, which is a paid service.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like you didn't pay anything to specifically watch Uncut Gems. It's not like a VOD system.
Sure.
You know VOD.
Yes, I know what VOD
Okay.
means.
It's I don't know. If you already have it, it doesn't cost you anything extra.
Yeah, I gotta go check to see when I have it till, because I don't want to pay for it.
I don't mind paying for it. There's some good games on there. One of my favorite games I played last year was on there.
There's just nothing that I want to play on there right now.
They just added FF15.
I already have it.
Oh, on PC too?
Yeah, I got it for like $10 on Steam. Like
Oh, damn.
when it came out. I tried to play it. Game's fun, but I know where it goes. Even the additional stuff.
I want to see the additional stuff in the DLC, so I think maybe I'll do a playthrough of it.
I did all the DLC on PS4.
Yeah, see, I downloaded the Seasons Pass on Xbox One because that was when I was like, I need to justify the fact.
Gladiolus is just a shitty boss rush.
Yeah.
Promptos is like 007 bullshit, but RNA is there, so you get to stare at her for a while. Ignis is the one that's actually cool.
Yeah.
You play as him during the Leviathan part of the game.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And
you said it was good.
Yeah, and the reason why he goes blind is because he uses the King's Ring.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
And you can get an alternate ending that's good.
Yeah, you can fuck as Ignis. You can just go overuse the power and kill Arden.
Plus, I want to see what the change Chapter 13 is like, because when
Hopefully
I played the game...
make Noctis less of a fucking dick.
Like, you mean...
Is Chapter 13 the one where he's like, Ignis just lost his eyes and he's still being a dickhead about it? He's like, I didn't ask him to do that. It's like, man, it's your friend.
No,
it's your brother.
Chapter
man.
13 is when everybody's captured.
Don't get captured.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, but Chapter 13 is when you're all in that area and you're separated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's cool is it is after all the DLC came out,
whatever, it's empty.
They made it so that you can actively switch between characters in the main game.
Only during combat.
Oh, only during combat?
Yeah, so like you have to, which sucks if you're like, man, I cannot play as Noctis to save my life. I'm going to go play as Gladiolus. Every time you switch to Gladio,
yeah,
at the end of the combat, you go back. So you better hope it's a longer encounter or else you're just going to keep having to switch all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting how like a lot of people don't like or think FF15 is just okay. And it's like, it's fair because we didn't get what we were promised. If you were like following that game forever, like since it was Versus 13,
yeah, and
you were hyped for this like really cool combat game that was super weird and like had all this like crazy fucking shit in it that Nomura was selling you. If you were hyped for that game and then you got this one with the new director where pretty much everything got thrown out like a year and a half before it came out, and they started from scratch again to build this like Witcher 3-esque game.
I think it just sucks that the combat in the game is so boring, and not fun, and also not like, I can dodge and I can do these parry moves, and I can also do like if you press like B or something, if you have an ability with Noctis after you get hit, it negates all your damage, but like. One, that ability is way too expensive to get, way too late in the game. It doesn't matter. I've adjusted to how to play the game without it.
Yeah.
Dodging doesn't mean shit. I might as well just take hits. I can just spam elixirs because they cost no gil at all.
I don't like how potions pretty much are useless.
Yeah, they're garbage.
Because they only fill gray health.
Yeah, and then you fucking you get to a point where just everyone's getting one shot constantly and you're pretty much just fighting until you can spam your super moves and you're just re-hitting yourself with elixirs all the time, like, and then the world is so empty and shitty. I kind of wish they
did that off-road vehicle that makes driving around less like just.
I just wish they didn't have the vehicle and they just gave you chocobos.
Here's the thing. I love the car. I love the design of it. I think it's fun to be a road trip game, and I think it being in a car like is cool for the world. I just think I'd rather have a car that gives you more freedom, which they did add.
This is like the car, the way the whole game is presented.
Yeah,
it's like way too modern.
No, I like that.
It drops the fantasy and becomes a bit closer to sci-fi. I understand that there's gods and everything, but just the way the game works, your fucking enemies you fight are robot soldiers.
Well, that's
from
6. That's all from FF6. It's a lot of what this game does sort of grabs from FF6.
But it's just like, man,
Magitech is like totally a classic Final Fantasy.
It's magic and science and stuff, and
that's Final Fantasy. Like, you've seen FF7. FF7 is like future. It's like almost cyberpunk.
FF7 isn't just a giant open world map that I have to go to location. I go through dungeons in certain spots, or then I leave for 2 chapters and come back. Like,
yeah, like again, there's a lot of flaws with 15 certainly.
Yeah. Also, now the cities, they were like that one city where the power plant. It's big. It's open. There's tons of things there. It's fucking boring and empty.
Which one? The
one you get to play in. The one where you go there and you meet up with your butler, Gladio's sister, and that little kid.
Oh, yeah, there's not a ton in there.
Yeah,
there's the hotel, there's the cup
through.
noodle shack, there's like,
There's a bunch of places where you can get like hunter stuff from, but
yeah.
There's a bunch of missions, but just
I played a ton of that game though. I still really love the characters.
I probably have over 200 hours in the game. Like,
that's way more than I have.
no, you know what? Let me take that back. Probably 100. But just
Still way more than I have.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I really like the game, and and then fishing was boring.
I thought fishing was fine.
I don't like Gladio's survival. I don't like the side skills because you fill up promptos so easily because it just happens.
Yeah.
You fill up.
I love
Ignis
the
is
pictures.
cooking because it's necessary.
Yeah, and the cooking.
The pictures was really fun, but Gladio's survival thing, you just kind of have to run in the middle of nowhere. Noctis is fishing. You have to fish for over 10 hours. Like,
yeah, I didn't level fishing up all the way, but I enjoyed the fishing.
I never got Gladio's thing even past like level 5.
It's just scrounging for things, right?
It's you literally have to leave if you wanted to like grind it out. You just leave like a town, like into a safe area where monsters can spawn.
Yeah,
just run in a circle. It takes hours, but like you would just idle your PS4. But other than that, or Xbox One, whatever, you would just idle and do that, or you would fucking play for 100 hours only outside of the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you give us $5, you can get an item that increases your shit. Fuck off.
Yeah. There's good things about that game, and I hope that... FF7 sort of looks like the FF15 gameplay that was initially teased somewhat.
The way the combat looks is you play as Cloud, you start doing moves, there's the active battle timer thing in the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you do Clouds, you set them all up, and then you can switch to another character.
And then when you're on the other characters, you can, it's like the AI
Cloud
controls.
will autoplay, but he won't use his super moves. So you have to switch around so that they use their supers.
Yeah.
And you also place them, you can move them, and like, hey, go target this part of the monster. Like, good thing that was closed. There's just tons of things that FF7 is doing better.
Yeah.
That looks like it's doing better.
Here's the problem. The one thing that I have against Square Enix is they rely so much on Nomura. Like, Nomura at one point was on FF7 Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3, and FF15 all at once.
So that's why 2 of those games are just okay.
Well, KH3 is really good.
From my buddy who has played every Kingdom Hearts game. Like, all of them.
I've played almost all of them.
Actually most of them. I don't, because there's so many, and then there's ones I've never even fucking heard of. But he's just like, Kingdom Hearts 3 is just okay.
I've played almost all of them, and I disagree. I think it's quite good. It's just not Kingdom Hearts 2 good. But we were spoiled by Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, that game's fucking incredible.
That's all I hear is Kingdom Hearts 2 is amazing, and everything else is just okay.
I mean, I think 3 is like better than Birth by Sleep, at least in the combat. Like, there's so much shit in KH3. Just so much. Like, there's so much stuff. The worlds are fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, just tons. I kind of wish, like, you could go to more iconic Kingdom Hearts locations, because there's a lot of Disney movies that I'm just not interested. Like, Monsters, Inc. The problem is I don't like Disney. I like Kingdom Hearts.
Well, don't worry. From what my friend said, he feels like they're really moving away from the Disney part.
Yeah.
That it's going to be all fucking Kingdom. It's just going to be hey, here's your anime boys. Also, Goofy and Donald are still here, but everything else is. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, I like that. I like, obviously, the 100 Acre Woods levels are always fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, I love Winnie the Pooh. He's a good boy. Yeah, man. I don't know. Those games are good. Like, I didn't beat 3, so maybe he knows more than I do. But I got close.
He beat it on Crushing.
Oh, he beat it on Crushing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Or maybe he beat it and then he started playing it again.
But yeah, man. I'd still recommend it. I'd say buy that all-in-one package that's coming out. What?
Just so much.
It's $40 for 10 games.
I get
dude.
that. I get that. But I mean time.
And most of those games are good.
They're not Resident Evil games?
Huh? Yeah. No, I mean, like, 1, pretty good. Rechain of Memories, it depends on how much you like card-based games.
Yeah.
2, in fucking incredible.
Man, I'm literally like one of those joke Persona fans, but with the Resident Evil series.
Yeah.
Like, man, I love the Resident Evil series. I'd love to play one day.
Final Fantasy fans.
Man, I love Final Fantasy. I've only played 15.
Yeah. Like
I started 13 and was like, this game sucks. Aesthetically,
dude, 13 gets good 20 hours in.
I think I really like the aesthetics of 13.
The voice acting's pretty good.
Sure, but the gameplay was just boring.
Yeah.
And it's the classic.
And the story
walk in
is
a straight line.
not good. Yeah.
Like even JonTron made a joke about that.
I'd still say
that's
I'd
how
still
easy
say
Pickens
a good easy in Final Fantasy that's still gonna like not bother your modern sensibilities is 10. 10's quite good at that. It's not.
Well, I'll wait for the Final Fantasy X remake.
It's already out.
I mean, like FF7 level.
You don't need you don't need a 7 level.
It's too old.
It's not. It looks gorgeous.
I think Yakuza 3 is too old.
But Yakuza 3 is the type of game that doesn't age well. FF10's a fucking turn-based RPG.
Turn-based RPGs also don't age well.
I don't know. I think they do.
I think
because
it depends on how if you. I think ones that were made, it might be fine. But
yeah,
I think anyone who tells me that the old Pokemon games.
Oh, but Pokemon aren't
aged
real.
Well, you're a fucking idiot. Neither is Final Fantasy. Shut up.
Final Fantasy's real.
No, it's not.
No, but I mean like a real turn-based game. Like the classic Final Fantasies all age pretty well. The only problem with 7 is its graphics.
Sure.
Yeah, like the gameplay of 7's still fine. Like the world map.
But it's not new, so it's bad. All old things are bad and should go away and be replaced by the new ones.
No. I mean, like, I'm hyped for FF7 Remake. It looks really good. But the classic game's always going to be good. The new one can be bad.
Yes, the new one can be bad. But the old game, not just Final Fantasy VII. Mm-hmm. Any old game can become bad.
Yeah, but... Again, a turn-based RPG is kind of like, sure, it might be missing QOL things that you can add in a remaster like they've done. Like, there's a button you can press to make it go faster. But...
All right, as long as you got the button to make it go faster, it's all good.
Yeah, like, you don't need much to fix that game.
Oh, man, that is my biggest fucking gripe with Pokemon Sword and Shield.
There's no make it go faster button?
There is a make it go faster button in the sense of you can turn off battle animations.
Oh, yeah?
Where it's just literally like the bottom text just tells you, but the bottom text still moves with the same speed as though it was happening.
Yeah.
So the difference is like marginal, but then I have them off.
Yeah.
If I go online to do a raid with someone and they don't have them off, I have to watch all of them.
That sucks.
Even mine. Like...
my favorite one of those is FF12, which has like a MMO style combat system.
Yeah.
And the remake of that game has an up to 8 times speed up because it's MMO style where you just hit and you hit and you hit and you hit. And it's like, oh my God, the game's good, but like, fuck, it needs that.
You know what's some news that neither of us care about, but is really funny?
What?
Blizzard put out Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of this.
And it's now the lowest scoring game on Metacritic with a 0.7.
It was at 0.5 last time I checked.
Oh,
but it's not the lowest scoring game on Metacritic, but it is the lowest scoring Blizzard game of all time.
Sure. What's the lowest scoring game on Metacritic?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, that's...
It depends on how many reviews, really.
Yeah, they come out here. They don't want to have another Dota happen. And even though they had the opportunity to take Dota and they didn't.
Yeah. And then Valve took it and made $1 trillion.
They tried to sue Valve, and then the government, the judge was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And now they have the thing in the description. If you make a custom map, they own it. You don't.
Yeah, and they don't even have to tell you if they take it and use it.
They can just take your idea and say, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you're not even allowed credit, which is fucking dumb. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, to go from a company known for, like, caring a lot about its user base. Like, I've never played a fucking Blizzard game. Straight up.
According to PC Gamer, Warcraft 3 is the lowest scoring game on Metacritic.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
The old one used to be Day One, Gary's Incident.
Oh, right, because not only did they review bomb... Right, they good review bombed that came up past Warcraft 3.
That's funny. I fucking hate review bombs.
Yeah.
Because I think any website that has user reviews should have a function where, like a lot of people were bombing Monster Hunter when Iceborne came out on PC because there was issues. They pushed out a bad build.
Yeah.
I pushed out like the not updated one, and they couldn't hot fix it for like a day. So everyone was trying to play, and it was
all fucky.
Their PCs were literally crashing and catching on fire. So
Monster Hunter Iceborne for PC got terrible reviews.
It got bad reviews, but
that's why I don't. And I get that like user reviews matter, but that's why I so frequently don't trust them.
Oh no, me neither. Unless they're like overwhelmingly positive, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or if I see mixed in my brain, it's like, oh, it's negative.
When I see mixed, because there's a lot of things that I like that are inherently mixed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like walking simulator games, and like just such a vast amount of the market hates those types of games.
When I see mixed and it's a game I'm interested in, I'll click on them and then I'll read like the top reviews. And if depending on what they say, if the top review is all they're saying is it's like, this game is a high recommend for me, everyone else here is just an idiot because they don't understand how complex the game is. It's like, all right, buddy, okay, relax, Nathan.
I don't say shit like that. Like I may have like I don't know, like more.
You slip into it sometimes.
I do.
Yeah.
But it's like I did some film schooling. Like I have a certificate, right? And it's like, and I sort of give a shit about weird indie shit. And so like it's hard for me to like.
If someone disrespects the entirety of weird indie shit because it's indie shit, then you can fucking flaunt your shit. But if it's like, hey, I like Star Wars.
You knew that was going to be an argument.
No, I actually didn't, because I didn't know I didn't know Dan's film prowess. That was just funny. I'm talking about Dan, Blix.
Oh, me and Dan. Yeah, no, that was hard.
Fucking log into Steam so I can see what the Monster Hunter review score is at, but I do not remember my password.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, cool. I'm in. You go on.
I'm in. No, that was tough because I was like trying to explain things to him, and he was like, ugh.
Yeah, but you were also arguing with a dude who was very drunk.
Yeah, that's the problem, really.
Yeah,
I was like, no, because I was willing to make the, because he didn't like episode 9 either. He just also didn't like episode 8. So I was willing to make the sacrifice to say all 3 of the Disney trilogy are trash, and he agreed. And I was like, fair enough. I'll take that. I'll take the L to come to that conclusion.
Oh, fuck off, actually. Jesus, Steam's app sucks.
Oh. Yeah, I rarely use it.
Yeah. Let's see what... Monster Hunter World. There, it's in my Steam search. Don't know why. Mixed. Oh, no, it just updated.
Oh.
Or it's now at very positive.
Yeah, because Steam has that option where it's like, it'll say like reviews in the last 2 months have been overwhelmingly negative, but that's out of... that's like uncommon for this game, so something must have recently happened or whatever.
So I just think whenever there's an update for a game, like if you have there's a game-breaking bug that comes out and then it's not fixed yet, or it takes a while to fix, so you like rage in the comments and just going like, game shit, fucking hate it, smash my keyboard. And then like they put out an update. If you have a review,
then your review sucks.
There should be what?
Well, then the review sucks. But then
the review's inaccurate.
Yeah.
I think Steam should go in they should fucking try and help these games out that just get bombarded by shit reviews. Even if the game recovers, it's like, great, now I'm fucked because my thing says mixed or mostly negative the rest of its life, and the game dies. If you put out a patch and then the person plays the game post-patch, Steam should prompt them and be like, hey man, is your problem fixed?
Well, like I said, they have a thing that says what reviews are like when they come out. So
but
it's
if not enough people drop new reviews for recent reviews, it'll just always say all reviews.
Yeah. But that's the thing though. Like, this is more me talking as like if we're talking as like professional reviewing though. It's like nowadays where you have games where it's like they never stop being changed. So it's like, is it fair even to write the initial review?
Monster Hunter World Iceborne is mixed.
Oh, the DLC itself has mixed reviews. But like what I'm saying is like, so Monster Hunter World is like, it's easy, right? There was Monster Hunter World. There's the PC version, which you'd have maybe a separate review for, or maybe double back to the same one, perhaps. And then Iceborne, it's DLC. Yeah, you'd maybe write another review for that, right? Because it's a big chonky DLC. But with things like where they're constantly being changed, like something like Destiny or something like other like games as a service games that are services, like what do you do with the old review? Like Destiny 1, when it launched, was a pizza shit game.
Yeah,
and then over the time, when they made changes to it, it became as far as I've heard, because I didn't play past launch.
Destiny 1 went through 2 full expansions.
Yeah,
before, and then when the Taken King came out, it was like, oh my god, it's like how the game should have been at launch.
Yeah, so it's like, is that first review still valid by the professional? Do we need to write more or even go back and do retractions?
I think since it was it's an ongoing game. It's an MMO. Yeah. World of Warcraft gets new reviews every single time. They
every
put out
expansion, but not every like couple months to see what bugs are different.
I'm saying if they put out the Taken King on Destiny, that was how the game was. They should go do a review. And then go like, oh my god, the game feels so much better.
Yeah.
Or it's much like it's less bullshit. Like if you have if a game a service game,
yeah,
shit that's going to keep getting updated, new things coming out, the reviewer should be obligated to go and review the new shit.
Yeah.
But only big new shit. Not like there's been an update.
That's what I mean.
Unless your entire website's devoted to that game.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Like WoW publications.
Yeah, stuff like that. Because I was like, the classic like game coming back around after everybody hated it is like FF14. When they went from just the base game to Realm Reborn, where they basically nuked the entire game. And then did it in lore.
All these reviews are from the day Iceborne launched, when it was broken as shit.
Yeah.
And then a couple of people...
Wasn't that like 3 weeks ago?
It was January 10th or something. It was around the 7th or something. So it's people raging against that. It's raging against their anti-cheat and how they try and attack modders. But like, the people who are writing these reviews aren't modders.
Oh.
Because the modders just go around the anti-cheat. Like, there's mods for Monster Hunter. Like, I could go download any mod right now. Unless you wanted a mod to make your character overpowered and kill everything in one shot, which in that case, you're not playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's not like Monster Hunter has a story worth cheating through.
The only good mods are visual ones, and even still, I'm not a huge fan of the goofy ones.
What do you mean?
So like,
do you mean mods in general?
Yeah, for a lot of games, like I don't want a mod that cheats the game. I want a mod that's like, you know, hey, change the Nero model to the DMC4 Nero model in DMC5. I'm like, hell yeah, that's
cool. Fuck up Nero's outfit, change it a bit.
Yeah,
like there was people who was using a mod to make the coat, like Nero and Dante and V's coats, be shorter, like that they were like leather jackets instead of like dusters. But I disagree with that mod. I think it's a bad look. But I think it would lower processing power.
Oh yeah,
because you don't have to figure out where the coat's going. So it might have been for optimization purposes.
Yeah,
because
that game does not work if it's under 60 FPS.
Yeah,
and that's what you know from D.
I saw a dude fighting Virgil though on like 17 FPS on like a laptop on like negative quality. It's like, man, I respect the grind, but I think you should have just bought this somewhere else.
Yeah, especially because like. It's a Japanese game. They're usually better on console.
Yeah. Which sucks because all the fighting games coming out, guess what? I'm buying them on PC.
Really?
It's where my primary fighting buddy is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also has a PS4. It's just he likes to buy them on PC more.
But they don't have the same audience on PC. Like that's the problem. Is like PC, you're gonna have like maybe better.
There's a big enough audience though.
Yeah. You might have better netcode on PC or whatever, but like.
The mods,
yeah, especially with mods.
But also look at fucking SF5. They made it cross-platform so that people could
play on both,
so that you could expand the community. So who knows? Maybe future games will be cross-platform. Maybe Grand Blue Fantasy Versus will be cross.
I don't know. ArcSys is pretty weird about that shit.
Oh, yeah, ArcSys is bad with netcode.
Yeah.
Our game looks good. Yeah, but can we play online with people? What?
What?
Who the fuck is online?
We designed this for Japan. Of course you can play online. No, but I mean, like, in America, I live in Ohio. No. Get out of here. If you live in flatland area, you shouldn't be allowed to use the internet.
I don't see what the problem with your internet is. There's nothing blocking the signals. It should be perfect.
What's wrong? Do you live in one of the shit countries.
What's wrong? Do you not live in an apartment building in Tokyo, a very congested city?
Yeah, sorry, we just have the best internet on Earth here, and you're not good enough.
I don't even think they have the best internet on Earth there.
I think Korea might have it slightly better, but it's one of the better ones in Japan.
But like, I think the thing is
everybody's super close. Yeah,
they all are within the region of Japan, so they only play against other people in Japan.
Yeah,
where we in North America, we're not only playing against people in Toronto.
Yeah, we are playing against people in like Los Angeles.
Well, yeah, for fighting games, but when like shooters and shit, we get to play at least with people on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But with fighting games, it's like I'm playing with people in London because I don't like fucking London, England, because I don't have shit. No one's playing this game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Except Smash, but Smash doesn't even have like great netcode.
Smash's netcode is the worst.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate playing Smash online.
Yeah, me too.
Also, I think my TV just sucks.
I think that I experience to be fair, I do use Wi-Fi because it's with my setup. It's just I don't have the ability to use.
Yeah, my modem's
wired.
not anywhere near me. I have to use a hardline adapter for my computer.
Yeah,
which works very well. But I'm not going to buy because a hardline adapter you can't for it to work optimally. It has to go into an outlet.
Yeah,
you can't plug it into a surge protector, and I only have one outlet near my thing, so I have the hardline connector adapter plugged in, then goes to my computer, and then a surge protector for all the rest of my shit, and it's all full.
Yeah,
I'm kind of just stuck, and I don't like if I have to use your wireless handheld console wired, you fucked up on your net code.
Yeah.
Oh, but we had to skimp on Wi-Fi chips because Apple bought them all. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That was like years ago,
Apple
and
sucks.
also that's like that was when the Switch came out.
Yep.
That has nothing to do with the programming of your fucking console
or the programming of the game.
Yeah. Nintendo is the Apple of video games, but they at least still make a quality game that works for you.
I think Nintendo is like they're sort of a generation behind in a lot of ways. Like I think, and you know, like
console,
they're cool.
And like
they tend to put out really good games
console
most of the time.
And like the graphics and like the importance of it, they're a generation behind because they can't do anything better because they keep trying to do handheld stuff, and also they keep trying to be cheap.
Yeah. But I think it's just like...
but like when it's about internet, it's like we're still in fucking Doom days.
Yeah, it's... what I like about Nintendo is that they're pushing forward like somewhat innovations and
playing a game weird.
Yeah.
It's not the same like 3 control schemes.
Yeah, they put forward like weird shit, and I like they still put emphasis on like big single player games, which is cool.
Yeah.
Whereas like a lot of people still want to do micro Ts and other bullshit, and Nintendo tends not to do that on their main titles.
But single player games just don't sell well enough.
Well, then make them cheaper, or get medium sized people to do good shit, i.e. platinum games.
Also, no, they're just wrong. Anyone who says that is not
Red Dead
correct.
Redemption 2 is probably one of the highest selling games of the generation.
Well, there's an online
it sold more than
that came out way after, but
it didn't come out way after. It came out like a month later.
Whatever.
But
GTA 5 had one that didn't come out for a while.
Yeah, it was playable again a month later, but it didn't work until like 2 or 3 months later.
Yeah, and GTA 5 still sucks to play online.
Yeah.
Because it's a grind, and if you're behind, spend money.
Did you hear Red Dead Redemption 2 has now doubled the sales of Red Dead Redemption 1?
That's cool.
It is cool, even though I think 1 is still a better game in my books.
It's also people probably rebuying it on PC.
Yeah. Yeah, because the first game never came out on PC.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, which sucks. I think they should see like, oh man, people really like, that LA Noire, GTA 5 are on PC.
Yeah, they're at least finally starting to, like, some companies are starting to like respect PC as a platform more.
I think more and more companies are. Like, look at Sega. They've put
even Capcom is now with Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
because there's
DMC and
there's going to be an
Resident Evil.
equilibrium.
Yeah,
where for Monster Hunter on PC has been like
extremely
a full
successful,
year behind. No, but like a full year behind on content.
Oh yeah,
like Iceborne came out in September. Well, when it first
it was like
launched,
6 months or something differences.
It came out in like January originally, like for the PS4, and then it came out in September on console.
Mm-hmm.
and now Iceborne
came out in September,
and then
it came out
in January.
So
only so short, and now they're blitzing out updates for the PC version. Like Rajang came out, but Rajang didn't come out for like a full month.
Yeah,
the Iceborne's been out for 2 weeks. We're getting, I think Xeno Shara Jiva, whatever. It's a fucking dumb name. That's coming out within like 2 weeks, and then there's another monster that comes with it, and then there's one more monster, and then we're caught up to the PS4 version.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm really hyped for what Capcom does next. Like RE2 was really good. Iceborne's really well received, even though I didn't play it. Obviously, I love DMC5, and RE3 looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
There's some weird shit. There's some weird rumors going on with RE8, which is, it's funny because like every Capcom rumor winds up being true, but then this is so far out of left field that I don't even know if I can buy it. Werewolves, baby. And you play as Ethan from 7 again.
It just doesn't seem like an important character enough to me.
He's not a big
Either give
character.
Me a new character or give me an old one.
Or I'm fine with playing Ethan again if we're going to do another first-person game or
isn't
whatever.
7 like a new timeline?
No, it's not a new timeline, but it's like...
It's not what it is, or
it's
it
same
isn't?
universe. They're all same universe.
Why isn't... That's why people are so mad that Chris is in a body of muscles.
Yeah, he looks completely different in 7, but he's only in it for like a little bit.
Yeah, he shows up at the end.
Yeah.
He looks more like Piers.
Yeah.
Guy who dies in 6.
Yeah, I think it's because they were going for a more realistic thing, and they were going with motion capture.
Yeah, they wanted to make them look more like humans.
Yeah.
Because
beefy boy, punch that boulder.
Chris is just he looks like a Warcraft character. He looks like, or going further back, he looks like he ripped off Warhammer like Warcraft did.
Gotta love that.
Like, man. And then
I think it's funny
then you look at Jill and Shiva, and it's like those women cannot do anything.
Yeah.
And both of them at multiple points like do the thing where you like lift Chris up, and it's like way.
He's 400 pounds, miss. Like you couldn't do it.
Like, yeah, they're fucking hot.
Yeah.
But like they are not practical.
I think it's weird that they change. Like, I don't mind the spider on the tits that controls your mind.
I don't know why they made her blonde.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, why change the hair color?
And also, they tried to. The cat suit is kind of like dumb.
It looks just like Zero Suit Samus.
But then in the next one, they were like they wanted to justify it, and then in RE Revelations, whatever, they were like she also had a cat suit on, but it was more military. It's like Black Cat back in the days versus Black Cat.
I didn't play Revelations 1. I've only
me neither. I was just
2.
looking at pictures of Joe Valentine lovingly the other day. I saw some dude.
I like the new actress who they got playing her in 3.
You know what? I don't want
cool.
them to I'm pretty much on the same side as everyone else about remaking Resident Evil 4.
Don't do it.
It's unnecessary.
Well, you can just keep porting it forward and people will still be happy.
They've kind of been like, you can remake that game only in graphics.
Yeah.
Like put it on the the new RE engine. And that's all. The rest of the game is exactly the same.
Keep the game perfect.
But then here's the thing.
What?
They've changed the stories of Resident Evil 2. And Resident Evil 3 is probably going to have some story changes as well.
There's alterations, but it's nothing that would make later games
What if they were just like,
non-canon.
Fuck it. Resident Evil 5 is now a completely different game.
They would change 6 before 5 because 5 was still successful.
I think what if they made Chris less of a giant muscle man, but he still punched that boulder?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like 5 matters to 6 and Revelations 2, and that's why I don't see them remaking any of 4 or 5. Like 1, 2, 3, like people aren't big into tank control games anymore. Like I get changing them.
Yeah, they're rough.
Even though people love them, like the classic fans love them.
Classic fans love them, but you can't bring new people into a franchise with arbitrary, shitty controls.
Yeah, because 7 sold well, but it didn't sell well enough. So they're like, okay, well, these remakes of 2 and 3 are going to recoup the money.
7 was critically acclaimed, but people were kind of on a big fatigue after 6. Like, I bought 6. I started Chris's campaign because I am most familiar with Chris because I played 5.
Yeah.
That was my first Resident Evil game.
Me too.
And I was like, man, this sucks. This is bad. Like, so I was like, whatever. There's another campaign. I'll come back to this one after that one.
And then you played Ada's or Leon's?
I went to Leon's. Ada's doesn't have her own campaign.
Yeah, she has. It's just her. It's not co-op.
There was only 3 when I was playing it.
Maybe it's the last one.
Yeah, maybe you have to unlock it. And also, is it Ada?
I don't remember.
Because I think she does. Ada doesn't die in 2, but doesn't she die in like 4?
I don't think she's in 4.
She is in 4.
Okay.
She's very important in 4.
Okay. I haven't played 4.
Yeah, it's so yeah, I played Chris and Piers and I was like, this sucks. I fought like a fucking Brumac zombie. Gears of War shit. Like, it felt like Gears of War but worse.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this sucks. I stopped playing it.
Because the Xbox 360 console generation was just Japan not being able to keep up with the Western style games, and it's like Gears of War went on to sell huge and like shit like Uncharted, and like Japan just couldn't manage those budgets and make something that was like successful. That's why DMC4 became D Little MC, because people just weren't buying shit that felt Japanese.
Yeah, or Japanese people trying to make a Western style game.
Yeah.
And then I went to Helena and Leon's campaign.
Yeah.
And like the beginning is like you're Leon, he's hanging out with the president because
he saved his daughter.
And then the president dies. You're at a conference and there's a bunch of zombies everywhere. It like going back and playing RE2.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like they're trying to emulate what happened in the police station before he got there. Because you walk in, there's like a mayor's press conference that was going on that got interrupted by the zombies and shit. And then you leave that, you get on a bus, some bullshit happens that should have just killed both of them. Then you end up at a mansion-looking ass place, and there's a bunch of dogs outside. And I'm like, oh, this is just also not fun and boring.
Yeah.
And it was too dark. I couldn't see where to go, and there was no flashlight.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this. And then I went to Sherry and Leon and Wesker's kid.
Oh yeah.
Jake.
Gotta love Jake.
All voiced by Troy Baker.
Everybody's favorite Resident Evil character. Jake.
Superhero. He's like a kid that has the T virus inside of him.
Yeah, so he can
he has superpowers. Like super strength shit. Like
I feel like every time they've brought Wesker back, it's made less and less sense.
Yeah, well, because he dies like every time.
Yeah.
And then he's like complete global saturation. We're like, well, that sounds bad. And then he turns into like tyrant.
Yeah, he always turns into some sort of monster, and then he's just not dead. And you're like, oh fuck.
Especially since in RE5, when you fight that lady who was like hanging out with him, who had her tits all the way out.
Yeah.
He fucking like injects her with some shit. She becomes a giant zombie, and it's like, oh man, she's fucked. Like, you can't return from that form. But Wesker keeps fucking returning.
It's the sunglasses.
Oh yeah, it's like how the T00 Mr. X, how he has to wear the leather jacket or else his power is too great, and that's how he turns into the giant flesh monster at the end that tries to kill you.
Yeah.
Or is that William Birkin?
That's Birkin.
Fuck.
Birkin has the eyeball on his shoulder.
The fuck? Okay, so wait. Mr. X just dies and gets stabbed through the chest then, right? By Birkin? So. When he's like trying to get Sherry? Okay, then I had something completely wrong there. So whatever. That's why Mr. X wears the trench coat. Wesker, he turns into a giant zombie, and then he goes like, ugh.
Sunglasses.
And then he just shrinks back down to a normal human. Oh yeah, so I was like, man, this Sherry chick is fucking cute, but this Jake dude sucks. And then I played for about 5 minutes, was like, this game's shit. And then I just never played it again. And
now you know who Sherry is.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was. Like, I also didn't really know who Leon was. I kind of did. I was like, oh, I think that's the RE4 guy. Yeah,
what I like about RE Revelations 2 is you finally get to follow up on Claire, I think, for the first time since Code Veronica.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And she's teamed up with Barry's daughter.
Oh, fuck yeah. Is Barry also creepy? Barry's daughter also creepy and trying to fuck the females?
That's not really what's going on in that game.
I don't know. I don't care. I just hear memes about Barry.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're laughing. She was almost a Jill sandwich, and you're laughing. I'm glad that that's the meme now. Nothing else about that scene.
It's a lockpick. I thought you, the master of unlocking, could use it.
I think that's actually Japan's biggest problem is all voice direction in those games is always so fucking
it's a Japanese
weird.
guy directing English people.
That's what I mean.
Doesn't speak English.
He's like trying to be like, this is how Japanese people would speak.
Yeah.
So this sounds right.
But that's what makes that like those lines so much
becomes
better.
endearing.
And that's why an RE remake even though the voice performances are better, a lot of those lines are maintained.
Oh, or like fucking original Dante, I was supposed to fill your dark soul with light. Like, that's just so random.
Supposed to fill your dark soul with light.
Ah! And then she gets back up a second later.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely got better as time went on, but still, that was rough.
Ruben Langdon, baby.
Yeah, well, when he shows up in
3.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
And now, if they ever recast him, I will kill myself.
Yeah, man. Because he's so good.
Same if they ever...
This looks like a killer party.
Kick it to jams.
He's just got so many good lines. And then, Virgil's lines are so good, too.
Yeah, Dan Southworth, great.
Now
I love that.
Now I'm motivated.
That's so funny.
He had a cold.
He had a cold and he couldn't emulate the voice again for a while.
Yeah.
Man, or what? I saw this.
I need more power.
I saw this tweet where it's like at my local. Guys, please help! I'm at my local Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament.
Yeah.
And the African American guy next to me keeps beating me as Virgil and saying, "Get motivated, white boy."
Now I'm motivated.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Ugh. Gotta love that.
Yeah. I love those weird Japanese dudes just trying their best to make cool English characters.
It's so fun, dude.
And succeeding.
There's a reason why everybody hated D Little MC. Not everybody, but there's a reason why people were mad about it.
There's a reason why when I first played it, I was like, this game's fun. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the dial, it's kind of cringy. And then I go see the original and I'm like, oh my God, we had this?
Yeah, it's like, oh, the dialogue was fun cringy.
It was weird. It's dumb. It makes no sense.
It's great. And then like the characters are fun and the combat is much more fleshed out.
Also, like Dante, he sees an enemy, he goes like, time to insult them. Ha ha ha, your face is ugly. Dante sees a giant dog and goes like, come on, little puppy, I'll take you for a walk.
Yeah, like does all these like little bits.
Yeah, or
it's
like
so
he
good.
sees that fucking monster in DMC5 where it's like spinning, it's got like the blades, and he just like leans forward and starts trimming his beard.
That's good.
Yeah.
I forgot that one.
That's my favorite one. I hate the Michael Jackson one now. I
love that bit. It's still my favorite.
I just think it's that one's rough.
Oh yeah, obviously.
I like when it turns back and Nico's also in the pose because she's
like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good bit. Mm-hmm. Finally, we get to talk about our own goofy shit that we made up. We played our first session of D&D recently. Yeah. So me and Ian and Blake and a couple of our other friends, George and Emily, and we played our first games of D&D ever. And I was the dungeon master, and they all made cool characters, and it was so much fun.
I accidentally made a rich character in every way.
Yeah.
I accidentally made a Mary Sue. Like, yeah. I'm a jacked, cool elf who loves nature, who just hates gods, and I'm also just rolling in the cash because I didn't know 25 gold would be a lot, but I fucking walk in.
And you have the most money of everybody.
Yeah, but Emily's broke. George has like 10 gold. I think Blake has also like 10.
10, yeah, because he was a soldier.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I got 25, and then I also stole from the townsmaster.
Yeah.
Well, persuaded him.
For a raise, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, your character's so funny. So I'm going to go over in here certain things that were like super scary. And it's that so we were playing like a pre-written thing. So there's so many questions asked of me that I just didn't have answers to. So there's a character who owns an inn, right? He's a human male. It just defines him. He's like a short human man.
And then that one.
And so it's like he
was short.
He's a friendly, kind person. And they walk into the bar and just say like, "Oh, short man, you're a fucking dwarf." And so I was like, "What the fuck?" He's supposed to be nice, but like, how do you respond to somebody walking in
and just getting like short bitch
and just making fun of you? So I was like, I guess he's pissed off and gonna cuss at them or whatever. And so then like,
but then you also had to make the story move forward.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, okay, they go into a shop and then like one of them asks if the girl behind the thing is hot, and then the other one, like another person is like. The character is supposed to be this like swearing sailor type, but then I accidentally just like in the moment made her very polite. And then finally there's this old lady character who like they're supposed to tell her to come back to town, and
did not
get some
want
money. And she didn't want to. She was just she's supposed to write a note, and the town master's fine with that. Like, that's what it says in the book. She gives them a note.
But none of the party was fine with that.
None of the party was okay with it. So they kept trying to persuade her, and I was like, okay, the difficulty for any persuasion or intimidation on it is 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
so finally one of you rolled, and it ended up being like a 22. And I was like, fine, she comes with you.
I think that was Blake for intimidate.
Yeah, it was Blake for intimidate. And I was like, fine, she comes with you. And I was like, oh, fuck, what do I even do with this character? It didn't say what to do. So I was
just set her up at the end.
Yeah, set her up at the end. Yeah. I think that made the most sense. And then it said the town master's too scared to go anywhere, so I just made him like very timid, cowardly.
And he couldn't handle my suave, elfish ways, saying, "Yeah, bro, can we get 3 more golds to even the shit out?"
We'll split it evenly across 4 people.
Even though I had already pitched to just give George more money because he got the final blow.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let's
fuck it, we'll go all evens.
And then I said the amount of money I had out loud.
Yeah.
Which I'm now at 31 gold because even though I had only lost 5, I decided to just give away 95 silver.
Yeah, because
to be the town hero.
What's really funny is Ian walks into the bar and is like, hey, could I get a drink on the house? And his character's backstory is that he's a noble, and like one of the things it says he has on his possession is fancy clothes.
Yeah.
And so I just, as the bartender, go, I can smell the rich on you. Are you serious? You're gonna walk into my bar, insult me, and then ask for free drinks?
Yeah, I was also the one who called him a dwarf immediately.
Like, fuck you.
I wasn't trying I wasn't trying to derail the story, but I was trying to just be a dick.
They were buying food, and I came up to the line for him. I was like, normally 10 gold, but for you, or sorry, 10 copper, but for you, 15.
And I'm just sitting there like, I am loaded. I do not care.
Yeah.
And then I got rid of, and then the total bill was 5 silver. And we went on our quest, came back, and I got rid of the remaining 95 to become a town hero.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to follow up on. It was such a fun time though, honestly. Like, you guys all almost died, which was great.
Emily did.
Yeah, got knocked out.
She got knocked out, and then which sucks because Nathan has a future campaign in mind.
Yeah,
specifically revolving around her character.
Her character's backstory. I have one written. I have like a not fully written, but like a pitch for most of you.
Yeah, if I ever die, I'm just gonna come back, create another druid. Well, first I'm getting an animal friend, companion, whatever.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna come back. And then I'm just going to be like, this animal over here led me. And it's the animal companion. And that's just going to be the overarching thing. Is this one animal keeps leading adventurers to their doom with this shitty party. Yeah.
I don't have much of a backstory with you, but I think you'll find that if next time you decide to ask everybody, like, where they come from, you might be surprised.
Was someone else from my shit?
Maybe.
Is it Blake?
Maybe.
Is it blank? He's not my ex-wife, is he?
No, you weren't married.
Maybe I was betrothed.
Betrothed. No, because I would have put that in your backstory. No, but somebody was betrothed. Actually, Blake's character. Blake's playing a girl who's a soldier who's just very, very much like
horny,
trying to hit on everybody. Yeah.
And then his one attempt to hit on the shopkeeper was quickly shut down by Nathan going, sorry, I don't swing that way. And him going, fucking bitch. And then then
as a bit, I was like, I had the innkeeper ask, oh, but is the rich one single? And then he was like, fuck you.
Fuck you. I hate you now.
Which I was like,
he
that's
tried
funny.
to wingman for me.
Yeah.
But I do not care about the people of not the forest.
While you were fornicating, I was busy studying the blade, is what Ian's character says.
Studying the quarterstaff.
Studying animals.
No, I was chilling.
I'm a druid. I fuck animals. That's canon.
I turn into the animal first, then I fuck the animal.
There you go. But yeah, we're having a great time.
That's my sheep wife. Don't tell my wolf wife. Or my bear wife.
Damn.
Or my elephant wife.
So Ian, by the way, everybody managed to level up a whole level because they fought a Manticore.
Yeah.
So you get to pick what you get to turn into. Your first.
Oh, I gotta still think about it.
Do you want to be a bear?
Squirrel.
You keep saying squirrel.
I keep saying squirrel because
that could be useful if you need to sneak in somewhere.
Yeah, once. But
because you're tiny.
Could I ever change it?
No, you get multiple. Once
get
you hit certain
multiple?
level caps.
What's
I
the
think.
level caps?
I have no idea. I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
But yeah, you can.
Then I might do first one is like, I'll be a cougar.
You already are,
Puma.
baby.
Ooh. I'm only 113. Relax.
Ooh. Also, you're a man. I think that's specifically about women.
I'm a mountain lion. Then I don't know.
Okay, we're getting pretty long in the tooth here, but
Well, we've done longer, but I think
we've done longer.
I think
but
we've run out.
We want to keep it around this length.
Yeah, that should be the goal. Most episodes we forget.
Yeah, we wanted to. I was like, an hour and a half to 2 hours, but you know, this is better than last week, which was nearly 3.
Yes,
But
don't know how. Don't even remember what we talked about.
news
Just remember that
and
it
then
was
a
good.
bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But you know, thank you very much for listening to our Media Hole podcast. Remember, you can get all these in somewhat video versions, plus some video essays on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/N8SComedy, which is the Media Hole official channel. And then you can follow me at The Media Hole on Twitter and TikTok, and The Media Hole on twitch.tv. And then on Tumblr, I'm whenyourballs.get-stuck-to-your-leg.tumblr.com. Ian, where can we find you?
Struggles V on anything.
Hell yeah. You know, enjoy good art, make good art. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for listening.
Get drunk by a gun.
Have a good evening. Be gay, do crimes.